Yes. Yellow. What up? Hope you're all right. I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. Um, just setting up, man. What's going on? Who's in the house? We're here for Filip Hrgovic, big jugger bum Joyce, live to see what's going on. There's other fights. Adeleye, Jamie, Shikeva, Delicious Corey is on next, I believe. What's up, man? Who's there? Say hello. Let me tell you, I watched Jalolov. Hey, what up, man? Emmanuel Broderex in the house, like Matthew Broderex. Apparently, Delicious Corey is on next. I was going back and forth. I wasn't really interested in the early DAZN fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the Janibek fight. Yeah, I was watching that Bill earlier. I watched Jalolov. I don't know what to think of Jalolov. You know, he reminds me of a mixture between both the Klitschko's. This Ukrainian guy called the Hulk went the distance. Okay, and he was tough, but Jalolov put him down. But it was kind of, he's a bit, what's the word? Patient Jalolov. You know, he waits a bit too much, man. Yeah, what up, further ado in the house? Well, yes, Trouble. Yeah, I'm here, man. I wasn't in the mood to do a live, but this is a channel for the funds. Delicious. It's from my city. Oh, thank you, Emmanuel. Where's that, bro? Where is Delicious from? I can't have a look because I'm watching my phone has got DAZN on. Where's that, brother? Tommy Gunn, there will only be one Triple B. No zesty. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of videos. Things have been going on. It's real life's always a problem. Also, it was a bit late in boxing last week, wasn't it? But yeah, what up, Tommy Gunn? Thank you, brother. Yes, Michael Maloney is in the house. Jalolov looks shit watching Jalolov. In some ways, yeah. So he's fighting this guy. He's a bit of a journeyman. He was actually a world-class amateur, but he's really fat. He's called the Hulk. He couldn't stop him. He did drop him heavily in round 3 or 4. He looked very patient, careful, safety first. There's a bit of me that thinks Jalolov don't want to box no more. He's had 3 Olympics. He's won 2 gold medals, and he's probably sick of boxing. I would say it was disappointing. I mean, Hulk just came forward with his head down. He looked like Butterbean. And Jalolov got his butt. Jalolov looks very skinny for a modern heavyweight. But, I'd say in some ways it was disappointing performance. Yeah, I agree, man. You're watching Janibek? Yeah, I'm going to put the DAZN show on. Delicious Corey is on next. Emmanuel. Wolverhampton. Oh, Delicious from Wolverhampton, right. Apparently he was born in Russia. Is that right? He was born in Russia to a Nigerian mother or some father and a Russian mother. It's a bit like the same story as Moses Itama, who's Slovakian Nigerian. I mean, this is he's coming out now. No, he's not. But excuse me. I prematurely announced he's coming out. He's not. I don't mean coming out in that way. But yeah, I don't know who he's fighting, but it's his first fight. It's going to be a bum. It's only a 4-rounder. Michael says Jalolov won't make it as a pro. I think he will, because he won't definitely. There was a few questions that he did not look great. Don't get me wrong, he hardly got hit, and he didn't lose a round, but he's very safety first. He's not very exciting. And I just, even in the corner, you watch him in the corner and he's got his head down. It's like he doesn't want to be there. I had another one of my fans say, I don't think Jalolov's going to make it. There's something weird going on. It's like he doesn't want to be there. He looked very slim as well. for a super heavy. Well, a heavyweight now, but yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Maloney in the house. Evening, Matt. Evening, Tribunal. Yeah, hello to everyone from Michael Maloney. You're watching the Jalolov fight. I'm committed to the DAZN. Oh, here's Triber. OGs, Retro and Maloney. Yeah, all the OGs are here, bro. Believe that. Broderick, he's from Russia. That's right. He was born there. To Russian mother and Nigerian mother. Like I said, it's a kind of like Moses Itama story. He was born in Slovakia, and allegedly he's 20 but looks 35. Still, he looks better than Huey Fury. No pests. Let's B3 or I don't know, man. I mean, these people can come on. I put it on 10-second. I put it only subscribers and 10-second delay because I don't want. If people come and spam, well, I'll get rid of them anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it bugs me. People, they're on the chat all the time. All they do is spam the chat out with their petty grievances. Like, if they want to have a dig at the Triple B, that's cool. I'm cool with that. They can have a dig, but be funny, be interesting, be original. Don't be a bum. Did anyone else watch Jalolov? What did you think, man? Triple B, what do you think? That the Vinny Paz story has been greatly exaggerated for dramatic appeal. What the neck break thing? No, that was definitely real. Vinny Paz. What I don't understand, his real name is Vinny Pazienza, right? And people just call him Vinny Paz because it's easy. And Americans seem to have difficulty with pronouncing any name that's not anglicized. But Vinny. No, listen, man. His whole neck was in a brace and he was training. No, I mean, I don't think they had to dramatize it. You know? Oh, look. They're giving 10 bells for Colin Hart. Whatever, man. So, no, I don't think it needed to be dramatized. Pazienza is kind of a bit of a legend. But I find it weird the way he literally changed his name to Vinny Paz when his family name is Pacienza. Why would you change your name? Like Marvelous Marvin Hagler changed his name to Marvelous, which I think is kind of funny. It's kind of cool, but the Kelvinator, what's up? Oh, this is one of the haters. I think. What's up, Triple Bum? Thank you. So you can take the piss. I don't mind, but don't be a tool, or you'll just, you can go. If you're gonna clog up the chat, you can go. Prospects to watch out for. What? Well, we'll see. Delicious Corey is on next. He's fighting a guy who's 293 pounds, something Veletic from Bosnia. I've never heard of him. These heavyweights are huge these days. Chisora vs. Dubum is definitely on this summer. Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, we all know that it's a worthless fight. But I just can't understand why Chisora wants to. I can't understand why he wants to pay days, but man, he's been paid. I don't know of anyone with a record like his. He's a gatekeeper, right? He's above a journeyman, but he's not world class guy, and he's lost to all world. Every time he's stepped into world class, he's lost. Sometimes spectacularly, and yet he's still fighting Dubon. Tommy Gunn, McKelvin doesn't take his meds, for your information. No one should take meds, man. The pharmaceutical industry is a scam, and it's there to get money out of people, get money out of the NHS, get you hooked on their pharmaceuticals, and not to ever cure you. Colin Farrell actually predicted Francis to KO Mike Tyson in 9. I spilt my tea all over the paper. He said, yeah, I remember that actually. He did make a couple of good predictions, I think, Colin. I mean, we all know that. What's the expression? Even a buggered clock, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So, he predicted Ali would beat Foreman. He probably had some inside info. I'd still believe they poisoned Foreman. I still believe they poisoned Foreman. And he had a terrible camp. What's the other one he predicted? Did he predict Nigel Benn to get beaten by Michael Watson? So those are two big predictions. But he's been in boxing like 70 years. So you got to get something right. Yeah. Bang Daddy Paddy. Delicious Corey. Delicious Corey is coming on. Let's see what music he's coming into. Right. I can't put the sound live. But I got an earphone in. He was meant to go into WWE, right? Allegedly. I don't know why they suddenly decided to him. I mean, I guess he's sellable. He's big, you know. If you're into the clergy plan, you might say, you know, he looks the part. Oh, my. Oh, no. I forgot. You know who's back on DAZN? Adam Smith. I got to listen to Adam Smith's BS now. You know? And there's the respect. And that's why we love the sport, isn't it, Matthew? Well, he hasn't got Matthew anymore. I think Carl Frampton's been signed. Michael Maloney, Jeff Powell in the Daily Mail, the Circle Boxing export ready for the box. I think he's next for the box, bro. I remember an article he allegedly wrote, and it was clearly a PR release because it happened in all the newspapers, right? And it said, I don't need to. I can't listen to Adam Smith. I got to turn the volume down, bros. Yeah, I'd rather listen to myself than Adam Smith. You know what I'm saying? What does Adam Smith do? Have you seen him when he's hitting the pads like this? How can you watch that much boxing and know nothing about boxing? But yeah, Jeff Powell repeated his PR. Oh, this fat guy, he's going to get bombed and around. This PR story that every woman in Britain wants her daughter to bring back Gay J. Can you imagine, right? Oh, I'm sure all those Hampshire Sloanes really want their lovely daughter Sophie. Sophie Johnston Smith to bring back Gay J, a bodybuilding drug dealer. He's a batty man anyway. They're more likely to bring their son to bring him back. Oh yeah, Michael's watching Johnny back. Yeah, I don't even know who he's fighting, bro. Be safe, says the Black Postman. Thank you, Black Postman. Yo, Owen Foster, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Where are you watching this? DAZN. Yeah, it's the only one I subscribe to. Like, if I do it live, it's difficult to watch a stream because they go down. But oh, you mean the Janabek fight? Crack streams? Yeah, there's loads. There's loads, buff streams and that. What happened to the camera? Glitching like mad. What, this one? This camera's glitching. It's not because of me. It's because I'm being attacked, bro. I've been quite affected by George Foreman's passing. What a geezer. Rated him higher than Ali personally. I really, yeah, that was a shock. Unfortunately, you know. So here's Delicious Corey, and he's got Delicious written in Union Jack colors. So even though he's Russian Nigerian, he's representing the UK. Sugar Shane Fury, the breeding king. Yeah. They're trying to breed Sugar Shane because Huey can't do the business. They're trying to put Sugar Shane on top of Savannah. What's up, bro? Great to see you. Big up, Wilson. Where's Wilson? Is Wilson in the house? Tommy. Okay, first round. I just use this grill for full English. Yeah, it's a George Foreman dying was a real shame to me. A real shame to me. I remember when he came back, it was extraordinary, man. You can't do eggs on it, says Michael. I have never heard. Okay, let's talk about the fight. So Delicious Corey's just opening up on this fat guy from Bosnia, Veletic. He doesn't look like he's trained very much. Well, he has trained. He's trained at the breakfast bar and in the pub. Delicious, you know, he looks in good shape. I mean, he's got all the pieces to be a top heavyweight, but we'll see, you know. He didn't look, I'm not hugely impressed with him in the Olympics. People said, oh, he got robbed. I don't believe so. I believe Darminian actually beat him, but it was very close. So I wouldn't have had a problem if it had gone Corey's way. But, you know, this is one of those cynical matchups. I mean, it's fair enough, man. Bang Daddy, British shows have gone to... Ah, man. You know the Johnny Fisher show? I was thinking of going there. Oh, he's opening up, Corey. Delicious Corey's opening up. I can feel I'm going to have to drain the lizard a bit. I've been in the pub. I actually went to Wetherspoons today after the gym. It's $1.99 for a Bud Light, but it's a hideous place. It's full of like, this is in the middle of the afternoon, charged up on the you're drunken guys, you know. And there's a bunch of lads, and one of them made a comment as I was walking past. I said, "What's that, bro?" Yeah, yeah. Oh, cheer up, bruv. Why are you looking so upset? I said, "Oh, I've just come out of the gym. I'm having a pint." Yeah, bruv. You need to cheer up, innit? You know, when they're trying to be friendly, but they're also trying to take the piss. I'm thinking, man, you and your bum friends will get ironed out. I'm too old for that shit now. But I was like, yeah, whatever, man. Just carry on walking. But oh, this is pathetic. You're right. I can't watch this fight tonight as I've got the sports only and not days on. Keep me informed, Chubby. I will, bro. I mean, it's pretty easy to find a stream these days, man. I can't post it here, obviously. So Corey's like throwing a lot of punches. Delicious Corey. Veletic. It's only a 4-rounder, right? I mean, he's got all the athletics, the build to be a good heavyweight, Corey, Delicious Corey, but he's missing a lot. And Veletic actually just clipped him. Oh, Michael Maloney's talking about the Janabek. Yep, he's decked the African. Oh, he's fighting African. I didn't even know who he was fighting. It's in Kazakhstan, right? Every time I watch Joyce live, he's lost. When I don't watch him live, he's won. He'll win too. I put a bet on. I thought it's all about value betting. It's not what I think will happen, but I put a bet on Joyce on points at 9-1, so 10.0 decimal, and I thought that's a reasonable bet. Hrgovic, just his heart has just never seemed in it. He's flattered to deceive, like I've said many times. You know, he was only the next big thing, but it just never seems to have happened. Joyce looks in great shape, but how shot is Joe Joyce? How shot is Joe Joyce? Bang Daddy, I'm not reading that out, man. That's disgusting, man. Oh, must go. Bud Light, I don't know you about you know I'm not blood. I knew I'd get stick for that, but actually it's a real nice drink to have in the sun because it's really light. You just throw it. It's $1.99 too. Hey, AZ Double Q, what's up, man? Bro is gonna pay or he ain't watching. What do you mean, bro? Sugar Shane, yeah, the Fisher undercard is pitch. Yeah, I thought about going there, but you know, I thought if he got a couple of good heavyweight fights, I know Hearn hasn't got that many heavyweights, but all he's got a bunch of his prospects, in inverted commas, prospects, fighting against bums, and then Johnny Fisher. You know, it's one of those shows where it's like I just get loads of ticket sellers on and sell the arena out, make loads of money, rub my hands. So Delicious has not been looking great. Is it his real name, Delicious? I don't know, maybe it's a Nigerian thing. It's not a Russian name, is it? Delicious. Veletic, you know, he's obviously fat, out of shape, but he's taking the punches. Delicious Corey is kind of trying to unload, but he's not connecting. His accuracy is missing. His accuracy is missing. Do you notice Darren Barker started to quote the Triple B? He's always talking about accuracy, speed, and power. Whereas before, all he says, "Oh, beautiful jab, beautiful jab." He's such a bum. Beavis and Butthead Barker. I don't know how he got the gig. Yeah. He keeps on missing Corey. It's almost like he's got a huge lump in front of him. Who is not that quick, who can't move that much. He's like a heavy bag, and he can't hit heavy bag. How can you miss a heavy bag? I mean, I know it's his first fight, but as a pro, but come on, man. He seems likable enough in the interviews. You know, he doesn't trash talk yet. Sugar Shane Fury, the breeding king, says, delicious, good boxer, but no power or aggression. He's coming forward. He's been quite aggressive, but you're right. He doesn't seem to lack power for such a muscular, broad-shouldered guy. This guy Veletich is just eating the punches, and you'll probably stop him, you know, at some point, you know, because Veletich he's obviously got a good chin, but also delicious Corey, maybe he's not such a good puncher. You know, he's just missing a lot. Just throwing those shots and missing, using up a lot of energy. It's only a 4-rounder, though. Without further, delicious Corey says, a pole. I don't like the word star. These they're not stars. They're not actresses. They're hoes. They're professional hoes that do it on camera. It's disgusting. Even normal papers like the Daily Fail will push this kind of sickness and go, oh, a porn star. No, you ain't. You're not a star. You're a prostitute, man. Has anyone seen the state of Jenna Jameson now? She goes, oh, I seen this thing on, I can't remember, but it's about, do you know the War Machine, John Copenhaver, right? You know, he's doing like 70 years in prison or 50 years in prison. And he was going out with some grotesque hoe, and he gave her a slap and stuff. And Jenna Jameson came and go, oh, it's every alpha male wants to go out with a prawn actress. I'm like, are you joking? I'd be ashamed. Huh? And War Machine said she used to come back with nut all over her face. Anyway, he gave her a good slap, but now he's doing 50 years in prison. Huh? War Machine, free War Machine, free War Machine. That's a massive sentence. ST, what up, bro? What up? Big up, bro. Fight round time so I can sync up. I will do. 233, 232, 231, 230. It's delicious Corey, by the way. I'll call it at the end of the round. Sugar Shane, how's Jalolov? As Michael Maloney said, he was disappointing. He looks like Vladimir Klitschko 2.0, which is not a bad thing necessarily. He's very successful. But even between rounds, his head was down. He looked like he didn't want to be there. There's something weird going on there. Like Jalolov it's like he doesn't want to fight anymore. He's been fighting for years. He's done 3 Olympics. He's got 2 gold medals. There's something missing there mentally, I think. Veletich is still taking Corey's punches. And he keeps on missing. Delicious. It's so weird saying his name. A lot of prawn actors are actually dead. They seem to die young. Well, it's not surprising. They're usually very damaged. And I take no pleasure in this, but if you look at a lot of their backgrounds, they've got really abusive backgrounds. And they go for abusive men and they get abused. And it's almost, it's not something you want to get into, that industry. There might be money in it, but you degrade yourself, you lose your soul. You see the eyes of prawn actresses, they got that 1,000 Corey look in their eye. So Delicious is unloading, but still missing the heavy bag. My boy Cyborg Boxing. Good evening, Triple B. One morning for myself, 5:30 a.m. I was off Cyborg. What time is it? And I was so thank you, brother. And thank you for your message, Cyborg. I'm not going to read it out without your permission. You can print it if you want. But you said something very nice about the channel and, you know, your family. So thank you for that, bro. It really made me, it gave me some warmth in my heart. You know, that's such a good thing to say, bro. I'm glad I brought some smiles to, you know, your like I said, I'm not going to, obviously it's there in the comments, but I'm not going to talk about your private business on a live. What did he get sent to jail for? Surely it's not just for giving her a slap. Oh, it wasn't just giving her a slap. He beat her up a few times. Apparently he raped her. He beat up her boyfriend. I mean, there's quite a few things, but it's still a very hefty, he was given 50 years, I think. Now, you know, and threats and kidnapping. There was a lot there. It wasn't just giving her a slap. There's a lot there, but, you know, 50 years is like a murder charge usually, right? Wild Randy, hey, what up, Wild Randy? RP Austin Metcalf. Who's Austin Metcalf, bro? I don't know. Michael, who said Muppet throwing the table? Oh, Jamie TS, what's it called? TSK, TSV, Jamie Shakeva. Yeah, he threw the table. I mean, to be honest, I don't mind a bit of beef. You know, some of it, I mean, it's probably fake, some of it. So he threw the table because David Adeleye was rinsing him. David Adeleye tries to play the bad boy gangster. Apparently he's from a nice middle-class Nigerian family, but I guess in some ways you've got to play the game so that you get your name known. But Adeleye does seem like a tool. And anyway, Fabio Wardley really, really took care of him. Yeah. Who runs the prawn industry? I wonder. Right? Guess who? Guess who? Huh? Guess who runs it? And guess, right? The biggest prawn organization in the world is run by an alleged religious person. Oh, you can read out, my brother. Yeah, okay. So Cyborg said to me, it was real sweet, man. It really warmed my heart, you know. Honestly, no joke. This is why the fans are so important. Cyborg said to me, God bless you. His father was I can't read it out directly because I haven't got a spare screen, but said that when his father was very ill and passing, Cyborg said he showed him one of the Triple B videos. And his dad started, he hadn't really been reacting, started laughing. And there's a video about Sonny Edwards, apparently. So, yeah, that really warmed my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? And people shouldn't take the channel too seriously. All these people get upset, you know. But, yeah, I mean, generally that warmed my heart. I sent it, I showed it to a couple of me pals, and they were like, oh, that's really nice, man. That's really nice, man. Corey can't break an egg. Yeah, I mean, for a guy with that kind of physique against the heavy bag, I thought he would stop this guy, but, you know, he keeps on missing. It's also his lack of accuracy. Delicious Oreo. Can't KO guy who loves delicious Oreo. I think he loves beer. I think he's Velitic. I don't know. He's from Croatia or Bosnia or the Balkans. He must love a Balkan breakfast. Austin Metcalf was a white Chad, 17-year-old American football player. Killed by ghost DNA, pre-hominid for no reason. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a terrible story. He got stabbed to death over a pathetic argument. Yeah. You don't need to guess the perpetrator, you know? And he was a 17-year-old, a Chad, a good-looking guy, you know, with his whole life ahead of him. And we don't hear about this, of course. And you hear about other people like George Floyd and the other guy from Britain, Lawrence, who was a robber and a drug dealer. And these guys, oh, it's terrible, you know. But we all know how, you know, the media is a lying manipulator. Adelaide's from Labrador Grove. He's probably a posh boy. Well, apparently he's from a middle class family. They're quite a lot of rich Nigerians. There's a, you know, it's gone the distance. So obviously that's a Corey win, but it's not impressive. Thank you. I have to say thanks to my brother Cyborg Boxing. Just give me $30.99 Aussie dollars. That's really generous, brother. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm so glad. I genuinely really touched by what you wrote. And it's great to have you here at 5:30 a.m. watching the show. Yeah, very touching. I even showed my family. I was like, look, man, look, you know, because, you know, it must have been a very difficult time. So thank you, brother. Thank you so much for the kind super check, and I'm glad I brought some smiles, man, to your dad. I'm glad. God bless him. God bless him. And God bless you. Thank you, brother. Big Nose Production. Who do you think? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to guess. Maloney, Johnny Fisher is 51. I can't believe that. I thought it was 65. Oh, the dad. Man, I've looked at some people, right, this week. Absolutely shocked. Go and look at Wayne Rooney. I can't show you on the screen. But, well, I could do, but I haven't figured out how to use it. Whatever. Wayne Rooney is 39. Look at the state of him. Huey Fury is 30. Go look at a picture of Jim Bowen. You know, he's one of my favorite comedians. When he was like 34, he looks like 60, man. But yeah, Big Johnny Fisher's 50. I mean, like, the annoying thing is, even Johnny Fisher, the son, will go, oh, he will defend his dad. Oh, you guys are saying how fat he is. He's a great dad. We get that. He is a good dad. I love the Fisher family unit. Yeah? They're strong. They back each other. They're having fun. They're making money. But you've got to say to your dad, look, you fat, disgusting pig. You've got to protect your health, man. 51, man. That guy, I mean, you know, he's having the time of his life. So, you know, why, you know, how can a Chinese, not a Chinese, 30 Chineses a day, you know, which leads to cardiac arrest, be worth it when you've got a nice family? Your son's a heavyweight prospect. You've got your own social media channel. You know, you're like a local celebrity in Romford and the Blue Orchid. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable how addicted you must be to food. Sugar Shame. What do you think of Huey last night? Peter seemed angry. Oh, he looked dreadful. Oh, he looked absolutely awful, Huey. I was going to do a live, but thankfully not, because it would have sent me to sleep. His style was totally different. He came forward throwing punches like that with his head down against the guy who just did nothing. He looked terrible. It was a 6-rounder. I think it went the distance, right? I mean, I can't even remember. I don't think I finished watching the fight. It was so bad. He had zits all over his back, which we all know, you know, what that can imply. PED. Obviously, Huey's never done PED because he's never failed a test, okay, guys? Yeah. You hear about Fentanyl Floyd? Yeah, he's brown bread, isn't he? But yeah, I mean, the media and politicians build up these stories to hype people up and to run an agenda. And it's almost like they're mocking you. You got a guy who pointed a gun at pregnant women, who's had like 20 convictions. He was also in the secret society. And he, well, the autopsy says he might, you know, he passed some fentanyl abuse. Yeah. Rich Nigerians are human sacrifice and other demonic juju activities. Wasn't there that kid that was found in the river in the Thames? You remember that little boy that got found in the river in the Thames? He was African. I can't remember much about it. The truest diss I ever heard from black is aging at the speed of white. Yeah, fairly funny. And that applies to John Fisher. I mean, yeah, I mean, some white people age terribly. But I think, what do they say? Black don't crack and all that. I mean, whatever, man. There's loads of white people that look really young, but with Johnny Fisher, Big John Fisher, he's fat, he's bald, and he's red-faced. So he's not going to look young, is he? You know? Dayzone got some idiot bloke talking to funds. Oh, I haven't seen it. I've got an advert on my one. You might be ahead or behind. Yeah, I've got some demonic-looking agenda. There's some demonic-looking advert for some. Everyone's black in this story. What is it, man? some Hollywood film. This guy shooting at sinners. I don't know. It's some nonsense. I never beat to the. Who goes to the movies now, man? Who would go to? Okay, Tommy Gunn. I'm looking back. He beat a very badly indeed. Oh, you mean Christie, whatever her name is, and War Machine. Yeah, but 50 years is a long time, bro. I mean, you know, Wild Randy said, "Who got 50 years?" I'm going back. Yeah, War Machine, John Koppenhalber or whatever. Yeah, he's an MMA fighter. It's nuts, man. Some people, black people, they shave. Yeah, I mean, I think their skin gets less wrinkled, but you know, I mean, look, man, it's the whole package, really. Nevergoon, hey, what up, Nevergoon? You're here. You made it. You made it. I saw your early message, man. You made it. Good to see you here, bro. How are you, brother? It's all satanic. Yeah, it is. All of it. The agenda, the media. When you realize that, everything starts to make sense. Because before I swallowed the red pill 100%, I was like, none of this makes sense. Why are they pushing this? Why are they doing this? These lifestyles they're pushing are so unhealthy. Why would they do this? And then when I got the red pill swallowed, I realized why and what their agenda is. That bloke to Sky, yeah, the one that Skynet beat Sky Nicholson. I don't know. Apparently, it's quite close. I didn't watch it. Why would I watch that? The only reason I watch women's boxing is to rinse it. It's so bad. But yeah, they got this advert on. They keep on replaying this advert, right? There's an Asian boy and an Asian girl, and they look like teenagers, and they kiss, and they're like going. And there's a black guy in a backpack, and they go, "Oh, this is the best feeling in the world." And then the black guy goes, "No, it ain't. It ain't as good as a Burger King Whopper or whatever." And then they go, "Oh yeah, right." And then they leave. It's very creepy. It's weirdly sexual, right? And it's two little teenagers. It's very bizarre. Nevergoon's doing good. Great to hear, brother. Cyborg. I've got a stream that might show the Zoovies Joyce Spencer fight. I do. Right, but it's tomorrow, right? It's on what time is it on in Oz? Because I think in the UK it's on about 2 p.m. something like that. I'm not sure what time it is, but listen, crack streams, buff streams. There's loads of things you can find. I can't put it up here. They won't let me anyway. But Iron Fist. They don't age because they don't work, which means no stress. Thanks to the Gibbs. The Gibbs. Gibbs me that. Gibbs me that. Yeah, Michael says crack streams is one. Indian, Asian. I mean, yeah. In the UK, when we say Asian, it generally means from, you know, the middle part of Asia. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. Whereas when Americans say Asian, they mean Far Eastern, like Japanese, Chinese, Filipino. But yeah, I'm talking... I guess you wouldn't call it Central Asia, Middle Asia. I'm calling it Middle Asia. So Indian, yeah, or Pakistani or whatever. Whoops, sorry. They always change it. I'm still using StreamYard because I decided to leave, and then they offered me a special deal, which put me back to my original price because they put all the money out. But still, I got to pay like 25 quid a month for this BS. I've got to watch the new Superman when it comes out. Other than that, the cinema's dead. Why would you watch the new Superman? I can't. The last film I watched, Daniel Dubum's on. And they brought I think his brother. Daniel Dubum's on. I like Daniel Dubum because at least there doesn't seem to, he sits there with that shit-eating grin on his face, but he's always quite happy. So they seem to have brought up, have you noticed, right? And this is part of the agenda. You will see kids being brought into adult situations again and again and again, like the advert I just talked about, right? I just spoke about it, right? How they're bringing in a bunch of teenagers kissing and to push Burger King, and you get. I've seen weird, you know, they got dating programs for 6-year-old kids on American TV, and even at 9 a.m. in the morning, they've had DRAG queens in inverted commas who are 10 years old. Cyborg. Cyber, I won 200 OD back in that USA fight. Which one, bro? I mean, you bet well, bro. You bet well. You bet well. You bet well. Back in the USA fight. Which fight, bro? Oh yeah, they're calling in. Oh yeah, that stupid adolescent thing, which I haven't watched, and they're like saying, "Oh, we have to show it for free in schools so that kids can learn about toxic masculine culture." It's nonsense. Yeah, they're calling 13-year-old incels the government nudge unit propaganda show adolescents. That's right. It's sick, man. And they even like they if you said something way cis at school, it doesn't matter what age you are, it stays on your record throughout your entire life. I mean, it's sick how they manipulate children. They've all got that Andy Peters. Oh, that Adeleye. Yeah, he's so whack. He knows nothing about boxing. So we got, is it Jack Rafferty vs Corey O'Regan? We've had 2 Corys in a row. I'm not that interested in this fight. 2 unbeaten guys, but get me the heavyweights, man. Never good. Dubom's overrated and doesn't deserve any USIT rematch. Yeah, well, I don't think he'll get it. He's fighting Delboy next, right? Why do you think they're promoting Slam so much? It's a number of reasons. A number of reasons. They want to promote multiculturalism, and there's a number of things, bro. I had to be careful. Jimmy Kimmel had kids Tinder. Are you joking me? I knew it was a nonce, but that is sickening, man. Sickening. It should be Parker Usyk. Yeah, I mean, I'm beyond caring anymore, you know, of what fight should happen, because we all know boxing's crooked. It's all about money and agenda. Jimmy Kimmel deserves the rope. Yeah. Cyborg, the Zoo fight is about 2:30 p.m. in Oz. It's about 5:30 a.m. or so in the UK. Really? Nah, man, are you sure about that? I thought they'd put it on later so American audiences can watch it in the morning. I may be wrong. Sky Nixon vs Tiara. Having Hearn banging Sky didn't help her. Yeah. Sky Nixon vs O'Hara Davis. Delboy says Goon. Yeah, Chisora. War Chisora. Is Tiara post-op? Who knows, man? I didn't watch it. I don't care. I'm sick of these. I don't watch women's boxing. I only occasionally watch it to rinse it because it's so bad. Yeah, so bad. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so bad, and it annoys me. Palmo Parade. Hello, Palmo Parade. Great to see you, brother. Parker should get a shot at Usyk and Caballero vs Dubon. I mean, yeah, truthfully, but again, what should happen and what does happen are 2 entirely different things. And I just, I don't get upset anymore about the politics of boxing because, you know, they're corrupt, they're ridiculous. Getting emotional about boxing is like getting emotional about Strictly Come Dancing in some ways, you know. Josh, hey, what up, Josh? Too many Corys on this card for my liking. Yeah, Corey O'Regan, delicious Corey. Owen Foster. I generally feel like Joyce could do it tonight. It's a very interesting fight because Joe Joyce has looked shot since Zhang. He got Zhang. But Hrgovic has never looked that fabulous. He's disappointed, and he gasses. It's only a 10-rounder. I did a preview and I said the value bet, right? And I might be proved wrong and it might look terrible, but the value bet is Joe Joyce on points, 9-1 or 10.0 decimal. That's the value bet. But we'll see what Joyce has got left. He did look in good shape. Hrgovic looked in decent shape, but he'll, you know. You just don't know. There's so many ifs and factors. Is Joe Joyce completely shot? Can he take a punch still? He got decked by Chisora. He's no puncher. Is Hrgovic actually going to put a proper effort in? You know? Is he going to try and win? Is he going to gas? So yeah, it's. What do you think, huh? Owen, do you think he'll stop him, Joyce, or win on points? Josh also says, yeah, I can see it. I can see it too. Cyborg says, non-song. Oh, what? They're doing Sweet Caroline. Yeah, a song by a middle-aged man about a 9-year-old girl. It's disgusting. Inversion. Hey, what up, man? The OG's in the house. What up, bro? Hi, Chibba. Yeah, hi to you, brother. bang, daddy, bang. I'm just getting my nails done, having a Bud Light hot girl song 2020. Right. Yeah, listen, man. I will defend. Look, I knew I'd get stick for saying I drank a Bud Light, but in the sun, a Bud Light actually is pretty good. And I don't think it really matters what you drink. I'm drinking a pink gin and tonic. I bought it in the supermarket. I don't think it makes me a batty man. I thought Hrgovic, says Owen, may not have been sparring enough for the fight. Only 2 to 3 weeks. Is that right? Did you hear that? He could outpoint him. Generally, don't know, though. Depends if Joyce isn't restarted tonight. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Like I said, the value was on Joyce points. Will it happen? It may not. But that's the main value I saw. Remember, betting's about value, not what you think will happen. If you put a gun to my head, I can't even show my plastic pistol because my last time they shut down my live because I had a plastic pistol. But if you held a gun to my head, I genuinely wouldn't know what I would go Hrgovic on points if you held a gun to my head. But it's a 10-rounder, remember. I agree. I reckon Joyce watched the WSB fight. Joyce looked better. Oh, you watched the WSB fight? Yeah, he looked better. Obviously, that was 12 years ago. It was. And also, Hrgovic was, like, very young at the time. Iron Fist. It seems if Zhang catches good, you're never the same. Yeah, you get zhanged. You get banged. But, I mean, Zhang can really, really punch. And John Gay Wilder's coming back, and surely he'll get... There's nothing coming out with him, surely. He's 40-year-old. He's fighting a bum. I mean, it's not just once, twice Joyce got beaten up by Zhang. The first time, I can't remember if he got put over, but he got battered and stopped on a swollen eye, right? The second time, he got absolutely sent to sleep. And I repeat this every time, but I have to repeat it again. What is most odd about that fight is Joyce afterwards, yeah, I really enjoyed that fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. I really enjoyed it. I'm like, where are you coming from, man? You got flattened, put to sleep in front of your whole family. I'm not being mean, but, you know, in front of your mum, in front of all your supporters. You got absolutely flattened and barely landed a punch. Why was it a great fight? How could you enjoy that? You're obviously nuts. He looks in good shape. He seemed to talk okay after the weigh-in interview. Yeah, I agree, actually. He gave Hrgovic a hard stare down, but Joyce is kind of a chilled-out guy, so he kind of went back to being, you know, the old Joyce afterwards. Oh, Jose Maki, what's up, bro? Great to see you here. Hrgovic has no work rate, so speed won't be a thing in this fight. He's so lazy. I just think his heart's not in it. He just seems to gas. This fight started Rafa TV's Corey O'Regan. I'm not really interested in either of these two guys. I'm really not. You know, I don't even know which is which. One of them's wearing pink and has got what do you call it? Cornrows. So they'll probably accuse him of cultural appropriation. But and the other guy, so that's Rafferty. Rafferty's got cornrows. You know, like Nigel Benn had in the Michael Watson fight. It's quite funny because Nigel Benn said, yeah, at the end of it, because it pulled his face up, he goes, I was the only Chinese-looking black guy you've ever seen. Which is racist, but you get away with it if you're the right shade. Palmer, still the number one Corey channel Triple B shaking. It's not my fault. It just comes up, blood. The most precious possession you have in the world is your own people, your DNA and your culture and what you pass on to your children. That is by far the most precious thing you have. But this is why they're trying to destroy that. Owen Foster. Hrgovic is going to the Big Bear gyms. He may toughen up mentally a bit after the loss. Maybe needed that as a reality check. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought that was good. He went training in America because he probably had it a bit easy. But so what's happening in this fight? Well, Corey is boxing. He's on the, he's moving quite well. As I said, I'm just not that interested. He's flicking out a jab. He's a decent boxer, but it doesn't mean I'm interested. As for the people, and for the sake of the people, we will struggle, fight, and power slack and never tire, never lose courage, never lose faith. Unfortunately, most people are too busy watching football and Strictly Come Dancing, but if only. You need to build a community somewhere. Time and round fight, bro. On some baby thing. Okay, bro. Time's not there. I'll tell you when. Okay. I'll tell you, bro. Sorry, man. I did say last time, but okay. End of round 1. This is the end of round 1. Just ended. I will tell you when round 2 starts. Bud Light and pink gin and tonic. Is there something you want to tell us? No. This is a Clown World, by the way. This is a Clown World hat, not anything different. No, brother. I knew I'd get stick. I can handle the stick. Hrgovic has genetic potential and talent, but no desire. That's a great point, Iron Fist. He seems to lack desire. He just got into boxing because he's good, not because he enjoys it. Right? His career was painfully slow. Also, his dad passed. I think his dad probably was pushing him from an early age. Inversion. I think there's something called the world debt. People who have previously said offensive things or been caught in scandals say woke things and push the agenda to make themselves immune. Yeah, that's an interesting concept, but also it's partially propaganda, brainwashing. It's partially blackmail. Like, we've got something on you. That's what the Jeffrey thing was about, right? We got something on you, so you better push the agenda, or we'll reveal it. Palmer's on the little red wine tonight. Nothing wrong with that. A little Corey O'Regan. Yeah, I just want this fight over with. I want to see David Adeleye vs Jamie TSK, because at least they're heavyweights, right? And at least there's some beef. Tim Zuby's Spencer card on Saturday night in the USA, so it should be around 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. Yeah, man. I'll have a look. It's not that good a card, right? They're probably charging you poor Aussie guys $80 for it. Zoo's fighting Joey Spencer, which he should win, but who knows? Joyce fought Chisora in the inside, where Chisora's best. He kept it on the inside. He would have stopped. Okay, there's a contradiction. I mean, you mean the outside? He would have stopped Chisora. Yeah, but still, you'd expect him. I mean, if you're going anywhere, you got to stop Chisora, or at least beat him. Russell Brand thoughts. What's happening to him? They've charged him now, right? They've charged him now. I mean, he was obviously an agenda pusher. He's a scumbag. Don't believe in the system. Don't believe they're charging him because they're doing good police work. They've just decided to attack him. We're going to crucify this guy because he represents male toxicity, right? It's just another show. It's a show trial. It's BS. Bang Daddy Bang. Automatically dislike any white guy with braids. Yeah, it doesn't look that good. But I think I think it's just because he's got long hair. So he's got to keep it over his head. You remember Paulie Malinology? His hair came undone. They had to cut his hair off in between rounds. So Iron Fist Hrgovic fought recklessly against Turbo Juice Triple Knee and got headbutted. Yeah, actually, Dubon was putting the head in a lot, and it marked up his face. But he was also gassing. We'll see how much he really wants to move on with his career. That's right, man. Michael Blunt, Russell Brand got tired of playing his role as conservative. Yeah. WSB, yeah, was 5 rounds pro style. Yeah, I missed the World Series of Boxing. It was pretty good, man. Oh, and Foss, I really like Joyce. I want to do it tonight. Possibly with the belt of Pulev. Yeah, Pulev's like 42, bro. Cyborg, my man, Cyborg. Thank you once again for the really generous 30.99 Aussie. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I missed you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Paper Zoo. Paper Zoo. I like that, man. Card main event should be about 5:30 a.m. in the UK. Not worth getting up for in the UK. No, I definitely won't be, bro. There's also who's fighting the US tonight? Isn't there a big US fight? Or a big-ish? Ah, of course there is. Wow, Richard Torres. He's the Corey King. Isn't that tonight? Guido Vianello. Richard Torres. Now that's an interesting fight, actually. That's an interesting fight. Torres is work rate, his Guido's experience, and his huge Corey. For a second, I thought it was blocked on Porky's channel. I remember it's Triple B, where you can give an opinion and not get blocked. I don't rarely block people. Like, I blocked about 3 people because they keep on spamming the chat. I mean, I don't really care, man. Triple B with LGBT wig and pink shit. Maybe he'll control the opposition. Yeah, come on, bro. You should know better than that, brother. Come on, bro. Remember, there are only 300 Asturian Catholic warriors at the start of the Reconquest, and eventually Jays and Muddies were kicked out. Yeah, if you got determination, you can do things, bro. You know, and I'm not without hope, but the Bible says we will have bad times. Owen Foster, I'm close to my father. Losing one will damage you in some way. Yeah, losing anyone close to you will, bro. Yeah, bless you and your dad. Michael says he lost to Jalolov stream. What round did he win? I don't know. I can't check because I usually look on my phone as well, but I'm looking at this Corey v's Rafferty fight. Low way. Big up Triple B. Big up chat. Big up man like Maloney. Yeah, Maloney knows his boxing. He knows his betting. Man's always here. Is there another heavyweight fight before Adeleye? No, there was Delicious Corey, right? There's a cruiserweight fight. Jürgen, some unpronounceable name. I think he's Albanian. Cruiserweight guy fighting. But no, we have Delicious Corey, who looked unimpressive. It's his first fight, but he didn't look impressive. No, you're joking to me, man. You have to pay 70 Aussie dollars to watch Zoo fight a bum. And I've seen the rest of the card. It's rubbish, man. Big up, big up. Yeah, I get it, bro. I got it. I'm really behind. Cyborg says Spencer to beat Zoo. Spencer is paying over 7 Aussies to value bet. Interesting. I'll have to have a look. I haven't looked at Joey's, his record. I haven't done a lot. I've been involved in some offline stuff. So, down goes Corey. He looked hurt. Corey is hurt. And he's staggering back. Will it be a British stoppage? Nope. It carries on. Here comes Rafty. He's trying to hurt Corey. Oh! British stoppage. Oh, no, end of the bell. But Corey's legs are completely gone. Jablinski. Yeah, what up, Larry? Great to see you. Even though I got Hrgovic tonight. I think he'll be given the win vs Dubon by technical decision. Dubon was very dirty. Wardley will batter Miller. I really rate Wardley. He's violent. Yeah. Chittleby, is it ever acceptable for white mans to have dreadlocks? Yeah, they can do what they want, man. You know, all it's like, it's culturally inappropriate. I mean, people can do what they want, but it's what it means. You know, the whole cultural appropriation stuff is a nonsense. That's like saying, oh, you can't wear those trainers, they're made in China. You're appropriating Chinese culture. It's BS, man. Maloney's right. Dreadlocks originate on Spanish pirate ships. Obviously, look, you know, before they didn't have Head and Shoulders to clean their head, so they would get all matted. Yeah, I mean, it's nonsense. Torres is the only hope Americans have. Well, he's fighting the Corey King tonight. Guido KOs Torres with a Corey slap. Oh, you just look like Lee Wood tonight. No, yeah. Yeah, but his hair's he's more like this, isn't he, Lee Wood? He's more like that, isn't he? No, like this. He's got the perm. He's like 36 and he's got a perm. Brandon's claimed he's a Christian for a while. Yeah, he's just another actor. He's a scumbag, you know. He paints Christians about the right. He's a scumbag. Right. Nevergoon. United States vs Italy. Who have you got winning? It's a very tough fight. I think Torres' work rate. What's happening with Corey? He's been taken to the corner. Oh, he lost. Corey lost his mouthpiece, but he's still there. Guido's got a chance. Guido's got a chance. It is quite a, you know, risky fight for Torres to take. I like to stay up for it, but there's no way I'm staying up till 5:30 to watch the Corey King. But there's some value. You can get 3.4. So what's that? 5-2, just about, on Guido, if you fancy that, to win by any method. Yeah, I mean, Brandon's a scumbag and actor, man. Wild Randy talking politics. It's not even that you will win in your lifetime, but if you can lay the foundations to win for your people in the future, then that matters. Yeah, but we're entering dark territories now. By the way, remember, you can super shekel, you can Litecoin, Bitcoin, or what's the other one? Yeah, buy me a beer, buy me a coffee if you want. But yeah, I mean, Russell Brand, I just think these guys are actors, and they will. He'll be working for the elitists, right, to push that toxic masculinity and make Christianity look bad. But that doesn't mean they won't go after him. They'll still go after him. You know what I'm saying? They'll still go after him. Did Corey go down? No, that's weird. He touched down, but the referee didn't wipe his gloves. So this Rafferty, I know nothing about. Corey's coming back. Oh, down goes Corey. Oh, no. It's a slip, allegedly. Somewhere deep in Sweden, a heavyweight contender sits on the cut throne watching the Triple P. Watching the action. It's Swedish culture, guys. It's not. There's nothing wrong with shitting on the culture and watching the action. Yeah, I need to do some more Otto videos. And also, I've got not all these videos lined up, but it takes a lot of time. And yeah. Otto will be reviewing some racist boxing fights. Okay, guys? I don't know what it gets feel like I get buzzed by a clean punch. Any boxers want to describe it? What? I never got that buzz, but I'm not a pro or anything. I mean, Tim Witherspoon once said when he was knocked down, I think by Bone Crusher Smith or something, he goes, I don't know if I believe this, but he goes, yeah, I was on the floor and I saw pink elephants playing saxophones. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that, but sometimes you see black and white if you get nailed by a hard shot. Wow. Yeah, I never had that. I saw Johnny Rice beat Guido Vianello. Vianello's winning. The Rice's patient landed a good punch, but Vianello got cut. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't his best performance, but I won money on him beating Aslanbek Makhmudov and the other guy, Frank. Was it Frank Sanchez? Have I got that right? I don't know, but Guido's not bad. He's done WBS or whatever, the World Boxing Series, the World Series of Boxing, whatever it's called. He's definitely a danger to Torres. Has he got enough? I don't know, man. Russell Brand, yeah, he did that. I'm not going to do it. I hate doing it. The amount of times I've had Corey in the stream, maybe you should continue to chat. Come on, bro. There's Corey's fighting. And anyway, it's the number of times, ST. Not the amount of times, it's the number of times. If you want to be correct and be a grammatical Nazi. Jerry Kuhn, that should have been knocked down. Yeah. Maloney, did you see stars or is that a myth? I mean, definitely. I've never been knocked out. I've been put over. And it's a bit of a shock, but I would never really, you know, I didn't have that flashing stuff, no. Corey should pull out of the fight. I mean, DT's going to get upset. Laughing his ass off. Yeah. Can see the stars, that's right. James batting in the house. What good to see, brother. Otto, yeah. You don't need PDs to win. Just shit in the cock chair. Yeah. Talking about Russell Brand, he's got 33 tattooed on his wrist. Right. He dated a red shield. Yeah. Some people believe he's fighting the system. Yeah. He's another, like, all these guys as well, they're honeypots. Right, all these things like all these so-called right-wing organizations are honeypots, so that they know where people stand politically. Oh, he stopped it. Corey stopped. Yeah, he didn't have the power to hold off Rafferty. He didn't have the power. I didn't really watch it closely, but that's an impressive win against an unbeaten opponent. But he's now doing a weird, creepy dance. Wild Randy, I've seen stars before. When I had a defender's head. When I headed a defender's head going for the ball. Yeah. A lot of people say that football or soccer for American fans, heading the ball causes CTE. American football. It's not just boxing and MMA. I've never been knocked out, but I snapped my finger in half during an MMA spot. Oh, no. I saw stars and it went all fuzzy. Oh, the pain must have been horrible, man. Oh, that, yeah. One time I twisted my ankle so badly. The pain was so bad, I felt sick. You know, the pain was so bad, I actually felt ill. There you go. Lewinsky, yeah, of course, man. Did you watch Jalolov fight? No, I watched Jalolov, who was kind of unimpressive, but he got it done. The guy who's fighting is not a guy that's easy to look good against. Yeah, watch Rafty's weird behavior after fight. Yeah, he's look. Here he goes. So he runs up to the corner. Oh, he starts gyrating and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I'm going to have to drain the lizard in a minute. Inversion, yeah. Oh, the towel came in. Oh, Corey's corner 3 in the towel. Little Musgrave, it's obvious how he displays himself as a shill, yet people buy into it. He has 4 million subscribers, gets promoted in the algorithm. Yeah, I mean, if you know, if you're clued up, then you know. And it's, you know, it's obvious. But to normies, they can't see past what they're showing on TV, what the papers say. They can't see past that. So, do you know Peter Sweden? No. Is he related to Otto? His missus turned out to be MI5 agent. Loads of these guys end up being MI5 players, you know. We all know who controls Tommy Robinson. Anjan Chowdhury allegedly was an MI5 agent. I mean, little Musgrave. I saw Stars the other week watching Lauren Price with Natasha Jonah. Better than Calzaghe. I mean, incredibly, they actually said that. I don't know what the BBC or some other nonsense. They said Lauren Price is a better boxer than Joe Calzaghe. Can you imagine? This is Lauren Price, you know, and saying she's the best Welsh athlete ever. This makes me sick. Michael Maloney, Janabek won in the 5th. Yeah, I don't think his opponent was up to much. Yeah, you can't really post them streams, bro. Yeah, that's just search for that. I gotta join the lizard. Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Did anyone watch Jalolov? What did he think? What did he think of Jalolov? I thought he was disappointing. He looked like a Klitschko clone. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. But like, he just looked like he didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? What's the next fight? Is it David Adeleye? I'm looking forward to that. There's nothing like a good heavyweight grudge match, okay? To get the juices flowing. No Diddy. No Diddy. Yeah, hopefully it's Adeleye next. They've got that Jürgen guy from, I think he's from Albania, fighting out in Germany, the cruiserweight. Cityware, what up, brother? Good to have you here. Has Adeleye been on it? No. I think he is the precursor, the fight before the main fight. Owen Foster, the BBC protected Sav, yeah, because he revealed all their secrets. Not only the BBC, bro. Not only the BBC, the CPS, the Popo. There were seven different investigations into him, and the CPS kicked him out. Who was head of the CPS at the time? Wasn't it Keir Starmer? Am I right? If I get kicked out of 109 houses, is it my fault or is it everyone else's fault? Well, obviously, it's a landlord's fault. It's definitely not your fault. That's right. Although was he whacked? I've seen footage on his island. Someone flew a drone, and there's a guy who looks exactly like him, who was on the island, and it was taken after he was allegedly killed. It's all the school's fault or the pub's fault. Yeah, it is. Afghanistan, Yemen, and part of Guatemala as I've joined the list. Yeah. There must be some real haters around, man. Yes, that's true. He did. And he was the best friend of Prince Charles, and he tried to, Adeleye, his TKV is on next. Good. Now we've got some firepower. Now we've got some violence, hopefully. Dead men tell no tales, yeah. The Epstein is a theory, yeah, but nothing would surprise me these days, bro. It's like the painter. They said he died and his body was completely burnt, so there was no remains except a little part of the skull. And then it DNA tested the skull that belonged to a woman. There's CIA documents that have been released saying they had information that the painter was living in Argentina or Brazil or something. So what do you make of that, bro? Johnny Blanco 89. Oh, sorry, bro. Shut up if you're exposing dark side of boxing. So many think combat sports are real. Yeah, I mean, there's so much fake. It's like, I said this many times, boxing is a microcosm of the world. It reflects what's going on in the world. And that's lies, corruption, agenda, BS. Gideon, Jalolov won't achieve much as a pro. He'll probably go back to the next Olympics, getting gold, seems to be his preference. Yeah, you know, they get $1 million if you're from Uzbekistan. That's the bonus they get for getting gold. So he makes a lot of money from staying in the amateurs. And when I was watching him fighting today, his head was down in the corner. He's like, almost like I can't be bothered. Richard Murphy, yeah. Adeleye, TKV next. That's right, man. I'm looking forward to this. There seems to be some genuine dislike, man. Elon Musk looks like he's been sniffed by millions of women. Oh, he said snogged. Face is incredibly disturbing. He looks plastic, doesn't he? He's a very weird guy. There you go. Recent info of the painter moved to Argentina, right? Michael Malone says Adeleye easy. I believe. I think so. Shikeva, whatever his name is, Takeva has lost once on a cut, I think. David, what's up, David? Great to see you here. Joyce can get hurt. Hrgovic has got something to prove and comes out swinging. I can see Joyce getting hurt. Shouldn't be fighting. It's a very hard fight to predict because how shot is Joe Joyce? Is his chin gone? Will Hrgovic try properly? You think Van Gogh killed himself or was he murdered? Do you know, I haven't looked into that one. There's a lot of controversies that I don't spend too much time looking at these individual ones. Like, was not John Lennon, who's that guy? McCartney, yeah? Paul McCartney, did he die in a crash? Because they actually reported it in the Sun, in the early editions of the Sun, that he died in a car crash. And then it reappeared, and apparently he didn't die. And this other guy who looked slightly different from him. So I don't know, man. Boxing Classics HQ. I just came back from work. Looks like I can catch the last couple of fights. They all go distance so far. Delicious Corey went the distance. Unimpressively won on points. A guy called Rafferty stopped Corey O'Regan in the, fifth round. They threw in the towel. Argentina won the World Cup because of their German genes. There's a lot of Argentinians have got German blood and Italian blood. Van Gogh don't really matter. I mean, that's the way I feel. I mean, if he got whacked, I don't know. Art, after Van Gogh's period, is a scam anyway. There's money laundering. It's all nonsense. They're telling about how great these artists are, like Jackson Pollock, because they splash. They splash some paint on a canvas. Or Mondrian, who just draws lines with colors in it. Oh, it's amazing. It's worth millions. I spoke to a guy who is a young British artist, and he goes, it's all about money laundering. It's all a scam. Yeah. What do you think about tennis players signing a letter to get paid more money? At the moment, if you get knocked out in the first round, you get 60 grand, but tennis players want to increase it. I think they get paid quite well. I'm not really bothered about those guys. Yep, Hrgovic got stopped off cuts against Dubum, didn't go down, and Dubum's a banger. True, Hrgovic has got a great chin. Oh, they brought Fabio Wardley and Dillian White on. Fabio Wardley looks skinny. Is anyone else watching this? Look how skinny Fabio looks against Dillian. I know Dillian's wearing a big leather jacket, but look at Wardley. Looks like he must be off cycle. Look at Wardley. Look how skinny he looks, man. Joyce's interviews is shocking. Did you see the interview when he didn't understand the question? I didn't, but he's always been a bit kind of backward anyway. Jackson Pollock was a literal CIA scam to degenerate art. Exactly. I mean, what people don't realize is the progression of art mostly has got to do with technology, right? For example, in the early days, they didn't understand perspective properly, and then they did. And then also they had to paint frescoes. They had to paint it on plaster when it was still wet. And then they introduced canvases and oil painting so they could take more time over it, blah, blah, blah. And then came the Impressionists and Post-Impressionists and so on. At that time, photography was getting more mature. So suddenly you could start taking realistic photos. So they started to change the way they painted to make it more interesting. And then modern art is just a scam anyway. Who do you have between Joyce and Hrgovic? I mean, it's a weird one to call. I'll tell you after a round. I mean, I put a bet, like I said, on Joyce on points purely because, and this answers your next question, who are you rooting for? I mean, Joyce needs to retire. If I was completely neutral, I want Hrgovic to win, but I want Joyce to win on points, so I win my bet. Wardley looks tiny next to Dillian. Yeah. So now, look at him. Look how skinny Wardley looks. I could show you, but I might shut down my live. He looks so skinny. He must be off cycle. Look at him. He looks like a cruiserweight. Wardley and White would never get it on, would they? Yeah, why not, bro? I mean, I don't. Who's Wardley fighting? Who they lined up for Wardley? It was Pula, but he pulled out. Who's Wardley fighting? I've forgotten now. Someone remind me. David goes, Joyce is getting knocked out before the 7th round. It's possible. I mean, he can punch Hrgovic, but he's not a Zhang puncher. Inversion. What are the chances that Vianello stops Torres? 20% at the most, I'd say. Guido's not a huge puncher. Torres has been ironed out by Jalolov flat. But that was when he was 21 and Jalolov was really experienced. Palmo Parade. I've stood next to Dylan White years ago. He's massive, yeah. That's called Diana Bowl, brother. That's called Diana Bowl. Oh, Richard Murphy. Yeah, he's fighting. Sorry, Jarrell Miller, of course. He's fighting Jarrell Miller. I can see Wardley. I like Wardley. He's violent. He's excited. As I said, I can't believe how skinny he looks. White is wearing the ACDC jacket. Yeah, they got shoulder pads, definitely. And I like the way. The thing is about Dylan, I can't hate on him that much because he's got character. He's a bit like Chisora. He's got some character. Look at him wearing his all black gloves and his black leather outfit, and you know he's a character. We need characters in boxing. White slept his driving gloves. Yeah, I kind of like that look though. He's kind of cool. Wardley was White's protege, says Richard Murphy. What up, Richard? They'll never fight. Oh, is that okay? Okay. Well, money talks, man. Money talks. Who knows, man? Inversion. How many fights till the main event? Well, next is Adeleye vs Jamie. What's he called? TSV, TSK, Shikeva. Someone said the main event was scheduled for around 10:30. That's the first bell. So here's, I'm not listening to it. There's Adeleye. Adeleye looks massive, muscular. Wardley will win against Miller. Yeah, I think so. I like Wardley. I do like Wardley. One of my fans said they met him and he was a bit unfriendly, but anyone can have an off night. Miller will come in massively overweight and disappoint as usual. Yeah, I think that's probably likely. He got stopped by Dubon, didn't he? I think Wardley's firepower and his work rate will be too much. By the way, anybody want to give some super checks? We've had my man Cyborg from Australia give me 30 Aussie dollars. You can super check. You can buy me a beer. You can Litecoin. You can Bitcoin. This is a community channel supported by the community because the haters try and beat me down. What happened to Dean White? Is he still cross-dressing? I mean, that's a weird thing. A very weird thing. That was very weird. I'm looking forward to Adeleye fight more than the main event. It's an interesting fight. I don't know. This Jamie has never impressed me, but he's coming slightly lighter than usual. He seems up for it. I love a fight, especially a heavyweight fight with beef. And it seems genuine. Apparently they were friends. And Shikeva's like going, David, why are you acting like you're a roadman? You're a nice middle class boy. Okay. But yeah, I'm looking to main event more, but this is definitely a great precursor. Michael Maloney. I love to bang the brunette bird. The zone, she's tasty. Good on you, man. Maloney's always thinking about pum pum, man. Alter impression. Hey guys, stop with racism. How could you hate someone just because of the color of their skin? That's so ignorant. Okay, now I'm definitely commentating on this. In comes Adeleye. Oh no, he doesn't. They just showed like he was coming in. That must be an old fight. Owen, can you see my comments, Joby? They seem disappearing again due to YouTube. Not even saying anything wrong. It happens all the time. Because now, they used to actually hire people, right? for free that would take down comments. Now they got an AI mechanism. It's all AI. So AI will get it wrong. And they'll often take. I've written loads of comments. I've been banned from commenting for 24 hours because I've written something that's not even the least bit controversial. Who's acting like a road man, David? You are, David. No, I meant David Adeleye, not you, brother. I meant David Adeleye, not David the fun, David. Yeah, I know you know. It's tragic how YouTube censors red pill videos, but lewd and disturbing videos slip by, especially aimed at children. Yeah, you can find breastises, you can find very Zool stuff. You remember that video? What's that guy called? Bloodlines. I know you want it. I know it. Robin Dickhead, whatever his name is. I did this video with Emily Ratajkowski and these other two models that are topless throughout the video. They let that go on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there, but they just allowed it. And yet, because they know loads of kids can look at it, right? It's a highly sexual video, and they allowed it. But you can't. You're not meant to be able to show breastises on YouTube. I've had videos that have been demonetized because they show Ebony Biatches in a bikini. Bad boy Randall. What channel's the fight on? It's the Zone, bro. But if you know how to use streams, use them. Who are the haters? Curious what's happening. The authorities, bro. The authorities, bro. Wardley will flatten Miller. I hope so. AI is crazy. Everything's getting blocked. AI is taking over everywhere. Yeah, bloodlines. Oops. Blood clot. Yeah, bloodlines. I know you want it. It's highly sexual. They had these women. By the way, Emily Ratajkowski, check out her early life section. But I have to be honest, man, she was pretty hot. But they showed the uncensored version of that on YouTube. It had millions of hits. So any child can watch it. Yep, David Adeleye from Ladbroke Grove. Is Ladbroke Grove posh these days? It's like London. London's always got rough areas and posh parts, but YouTube's out to show women in transparent clothing or waxing and vag. Really? Yeah. I've seen all these weird. Someone said topless women getting massaged and stuff like that. Robin Thicke, that's the idiot. You remember with his black and white suit and that hoe? What's the name? What's that hoe? That's the daughter of Billy Ray Cyrus. That hoe. David says Joyce getting knocked out. If he gets another headline fight after losing 4 out of 3, he's zucking fish eyes. That's it, Miley Cyrus. Yeah, they always get these See, that's another trick they use. They get these kids to be interested in Disney stars when they're young, like Miley Cyrus, like Jake Paul. And then when they become adults, they make these guys truly degenerate. Yeah? Okay, so here we go. Adelaide's in the ring. Okay, I'm commentating on this fight, right? Adeleye is in the ring. You're looking extremely built. Shakaver's like more fat, isn't he? Yeah, that's right, Michael. So he's a fake robot. I mean, the whole road man thing's pathetic. Who want to be a real road man anyway? You're basically a waste of time, man. Ved Schmutz. Guten Abend, mein Oberleutnant. Hello, Triple B in the chat. Yeah, hello, bro. Bosses love the 3-letter acronyms, Triple D, Triple G, TKV, CBS, yeah, and the Triple B. But I didn't name myself that. Those were the funds. But I think Triple G especially started it, didn't he? Because that was the wackest nickname in the world at the time. But because he's so good, you give him credit. You be like, Triple G, no problem, man. Because it was, he's called Triple G because his name is Gennady Genadovich Golovkin. 3 Gs, Triple G. It's not very original. Oh, absolutely disgusting. As long Joyce will carry on getting fights as long as people will pay to watch him. Unfortunately, Michael says the fight Well, ending 3. What you mean? Adeleye wins in 3. He's a big puncher, Adeleye. I mean, Wardley took care of him in style, right? Why isn't Hughie Fury getting a chance? Because he's a bum. He's unexciting. I mean, you think his Fury name would have carried a bit more interest. So Jamie's from Tottenham in London, England. Yeah. Oh, he's pointing. Adeleye, they're pointing like that. Yeah, I like a bit of beef, man. Come on, forget about it, man. Yeah. Apparently, they were having rows. Both their crews were having rows. I don't mind a bit of aggro, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's right, Michael. Yeah. Hughie's apparently been lined up to fight White in Galway, which allegedly is the hometown of the Fury family, even though no one from Galway has ever heard of them. So, what do you know about that? Roadmen can't fight to save their lives. Yeah, they got their blades, though, in it, fam. I never thought Tottenham was that rough. I mean, they always present a different picture in the actual. Oh, he's got Adam Booth in his corner, David Adeleye. Yeah, Adam Booth is his trainer. Adam Booth is fruity as anything. Virtual, they don't see Hughes Fury. Yeah, can't find any Fury. I saw it. It was dreadful. Don't bother. He had this weird style. He was coming forward all the time, leaning over. Apparently, he had a hand injury from before, but he looked terrible. Uninteresting. Let's see if they say anything interesting. They brought back Adam Smith. They brought back Adam Smith on the zone, haven't they? I mean, Adeleye looks quite intimidating, you have to say. He does look intimidating, Adeleye. Nice. He just touched Shakeva's breastises, which is sagging. Right, let's go, man. Last minute predictions. Black Uncle Tom's how it should be. I'm okay, brother. We're watching the fight, though. We're watching Adeleye vs. Jamie TSK. Was it televised? Yeah, it was on DAZN. It was on DAZN. The Hughie Fury fight, you mean? Yeah, it was on DAZN. Right. Now we concentrate on the fight. What are the last minute predictions? Adelaye's the wannabe bully. Well, he is a bully, really. Let's see if Shakeva's... They've sparred a lot. Apparently, they used to be pals, right? Adelaide's gone for the totally red gloves, red tape, and red socks look. I actually think it looks quite cool. I just want to see someone get ironed out, because that's what boxing is truly about. Heavyweights smashing each other. Pink socks, you're right, they are pink. They're not red. You're right. There's a lot of pink on tonight, isn't there? Last warning? Did he give a last warning? There's only 40 seconds in the fight. Shakeva's got God is first on the back. Nice jab by Shakeva. TKV needs a bra. Yeah, he's got breast assist, that's for sure. You can, I mean, there's been a lot of fat heavyweights who've got speed. I guess it's because they don't do that many weights, but he's got pink. He's got pink knee-length socks, bro. See, you'll forget these. When you get former sparring partners, they're often a little bit tentative at the beginning, you know, because they kind of know each other, so they're a bit tentative. They probably had good rounds against each other, and they're kind of wondering. They're kind of wondering what version is going to come out. I expected Adeleye to come out blasting, but he hasn't. He's been quite tentative. So obviously he knows Shakeva can box a bit. It's a 12-rounder. It's a 12-rounder. Is it for the British title? Shakeva's jab is not bad. Come on. Probably. Well, Joyce says entertaining and enjoyable after he's been ironed out. Yeah, it's a great fight. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed getting flattened. What a weird thing to say, man. David said, yes, it is for the British title. Okay, that's why it's 12. Okay, I don't have a problem for this, for the British title. This is fair enough. There's a lot of British heavyweights at the moment. Shakeva's jab is not looking bad. That Bud Light's going through me. I might have to drain the lizard in between rounds. I don't even know who won that round. I'd give it to Shakeva. Adeleye didn't do much, did he? He didn't do much. Shakeva landed his jab. Oh, look. They're advertising women's football. I can't wait. I can't wait. Maloney. TKV looks like a bull seal. Yeah, he does, man. He does. That's not how he does, man. Are you the British? Well, I mean, I said in inverted commas, right? David, it could be a close fight. Yeah, I mean, thus far, not much has happened. Not much has happened. I think you could say Adelaye's having a look at him. I just don't like Adeleye. Look how pumped he is. He must be on the petite dish. And so he should be, because everyone else is. Shakeva's jab is looking useful. This is typical of a fight so far, as I said, of two former sparring partners who know each other too well. So they're tentative. They don't want to take risks. Who won round one? I just tuned in. I thought Shakeva won it, but not much happened. He must have won it because Adeleye did nothing. But, you know, I think Adelaye's having a look at him first. It's a 12 round or so. You can take your time a bit more. Otto will not like Adeleye. No, he'll give him a pass. He'll probably ask Adeleye to come back to his hotel room while Otto sits in the cocked chair and watches the action. He's that sick, Otto. You know what? There's so much holding in modern heavyweight boxing, especially. You know, you watch the older fights. They never used to hold like this, and the refs wouldn't let them get away with it. But now it seems to be part of the game. You know, throw a couple of shots, get in there, and just hug. Well, Shakeva's jab is looking nice. He's winning this round so far. Of course, it's early days. Adelaide's done nothing so far. What's Ruiz doing? What a waste. Ruiz is one of the biggest wastes of talent ever. He's so talented, so fast. He's tough. He can punch, but he'd rather eat tacos and pizzas. But I don't know what he's doing now. But he gave us one of the best nights ever, knocking out Gay J. So if he does nothing else, thank you, Andy. Thank you. Piss off, ref. Why don't you tell him to stop holding, ref? That's what you should be doing. Overhand right from Adeleye. Half connects. Shakeva's very quick to hold on the inside. I just want to, look, I'm not bloodthirsty. I just want to see someone get ironed out. Ironed out. If he doesn't gas, why are you looking at TKV's titties? Okay, the overhand right. Adeleye did better. It's difficult to say. Michael Maloney. Michael makes me laugh. Where's Tony Maloney? Where's the other Maloney? Yeah. Imagine the body odor of these two. I've often thought, yeah, what would be weird if you went in a fight, you're boxing a fight, a big fight, especially MMA, where they're sniffing each other's batties all the time, and you didn't wash for a week, right? So you stunk, right? Or boxing. Or you do the other way. You come in and you wear loads of cologne, you know, loads of aftershave. So and it would put the other person off, smelling like, you know, Gucci envy all over your body. Escape by Calvin Klein. Or if you stunk, like a pigsty. Both of those might put off the opposition. Oh, I've got Adam Smith in my ear, man. Oh, man. He's so not... He knows nothing about boxing. Nothing. I hope it's not be one of them disappointing fights where they go the distance and no one really commits. But as I said to you, it often happens with ex-sparring partners. They very tentative and don't take risks. Hrgovic started round 2 good, uses jab to keep Adeleye on the outside. Adeleye landed a good punch in round 2. Yeah. I mean, you could have it, to me, it's either, you could have it 1-1, or 1 to Shakeva with a drawn round, or 2-0 to Shakeva. That's not much has happened. Adelaye's jab is starting to land a bit more. Because Shakeva is going to slow down because he's fat. Well, he's getting violent and nasty, Adeleye, but he's missing. Oh, dirty. Very dirty. He hit Shakeva in the kidney. But he had turned his back. But so he's telling off Jamie, going, don't turn your back. And he's telling off Adeleye not to hit him in the back. And they've touched gloves now. So maybe the beef isn't real. A boxing classic worth betting on Hrgovic 1.79 stoppage. I don't think that's value, bro. But it's up to you. I don't think it's value. It may happen, but I don't think it's value. It's only a 10-rounder. Hrgovic he's a decent puncher, but he's not a monster puncher. It just depends how shot Joe Joyce is. Michael, Ray Mancini was excellent commentary on the Jalolov. Oh, I like Ray. Yeah, he's an actor. He claimed he was up for the role for Mr. Pink in Reservoir Dogs, but didn't get it. And he goes, and apparently Quentin Tarantino said, oh, that's because everyone would just think of you as Ray Mancini. And I'm like, well, he's not that well known, Mancini. TKV knackered. That was always one of the worries. And maybe that's what Adelaye's waiting for. He's waiting for Shakeva to gas, and before he starts going for the big shots. Because Adelaide's usually very aggressive. He hasn't been that aggressive yet. Yeah, so Adam Smith, the voice of boxing, says Shakeva's won this round. It's not over yet, but because Adelaide's not doing enough. There's something to be said about that. But not much happened in that round. Not much happened in that round. Should take a point away, that's proper dirty. No, I think that's a bit too much. Oh, here comes Hrgovic. Okay, Hrgovic is on the pads. Let's have a look at him. Boom. I like the way he turns the right hand over. Boom. Marco Maloney, 3-0, TK. I've got nothing wrong with that scorecard. He looks a bit slow, Hrgovic, but he's only warming up, so you can't really say much. I like the way he turns the right hand. Bing. Bing. I'm looking forward to this Joe Joyce Hrgovic fight because it's such an interesting fight because of the factors. Yeah, they don't have the Chinese power. Unfortunately, Zhang's cooked now, really. Adeleye, I mean, not Adeleye, Caballel sorted him out. Yeah, Shikava's jab is accurate, it's decent, but it definitely looks like Shikava's looking for the points win. I'd expected more violence from Adeleye. Boxing Classics. Hrgovic made me laugh. He said, Joyce, you're old at 40. And Joyce goes, no, I'm not. I'm 39. Oh, you're young, and I'm sorry. Hrgovic just good at sarcasm. Hrgovic is quite funny. A lot of these like Eastern Bloc fighters like Usyk are quite funny. They don't have a great command of English, but they're quite funny. This has got to be, so far, another Shikeva round. He just lands the jab. Adelaye's not doing anything, man. Did round 4 start? Yes, Nevgoon. 146, 145, 144, 143 of round 4. If you want to get it, the stream in sync. It's a disappointing fight so far. I expected more violence. When he got that much beef and he talked that much smack. Oh. David Adeleye tried to choke out Jamie. I just don't rate Shikeva's power, right? This is what I'm thinking at this point. I may be wrong. Jamie Shikeva starts gassing and his face starts getting marked up and he gets stopped late. Right? What are we now? Round 4. He gets stopped around round 9. That's what I'm thinking thus far. Special Jojo. What up? Adeleye being the bully he portrays. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say it's fake anyway. Triple B, a bad man. Yeah, I'm a Rodman fan. I'm Murker Man. I'm Murker Man up. I mean, okay, Adelaye's jabs. Oh, Adelaye's jabs starting to land. 3 in a row. Oh, a violent left hook, but it missed. And this is how I'm reading the fight. Shikeva starts slowing down. He starts getting hit more. He gets marked up and stopped in 9 rounds. We'll see. Lizard time. I've had too many Bud Lights. I've had too many Bud Lights. How are we scoring it so far? Michael, Maloney, how are we scoring it, bro? Is it 4-0 Shikeva? Is it 3-1? Yeah. I'm impressed thus far. I expect a lot more from Adeleye, a lot more violence, a lot more firepower, a lot more aggression. Yeah, sorry about having to train the lizard so often. Like I said, I sat in the sun, drinking, get my drink on, Bud Light on. TKV has a good job. Yeah, I agree, but I agree, Michael. This passes as a worm. Yo, how did this guy get his gig, man? You know it. What are they doing? What's going on here? Why are they wiping him down? It's an officious referee. Parsons is a cuck, yeah. He probably sits in the cuck chair watching Otto Wallin take care of his girl. Well, he can't have a girl. He's too ugly. Nice jab. I mean, I'll give him that, Shikeva. He's got a nice jab, but that's like all he's got. I think Adelaide's going to pick up the pace in the next couple of rounds. How are we scoring it, bro? Well, I'm having a gin and tonic at the moment. And I had a Bud Light, a couple of Bud Lights earlier. People told me I was fruity. Look at that, man. The punch stats. 42 jabs landed, only 4 power punches from Jamie. Adelaye's only landed 25 punches in the whole fight. David, I'm on the gin. Ah, cheers, brother. So am I. Cheers. 4-1 TKV has Sugar Shane Fury. I think that's fair enough. He's missing Adeleye. He throws these very wild, hard shots, but they're missing. Oh, the ref's one of these idiots that wants to make a name for himself. Yeah, I'm slightly disappointed. It's not a bad fight, but I want more from heavyweights. I want more violence. I want more action. Like Otto Wallin, I want to watch more action from gut chair. Yeah, he's winning big on the stats, bro. I mean, those stats, piss off, ref. Look at this ref. He wants to make a name for himself. This, he loves it. He loves it being in the middle, telling these huge bucks off. Because, on the street, you can't talk to these bucks like this. He gets slapped. No, I will never forgive him because he pushed that. And the mask to protect the old peoples. Does anyone want to drop me a super shack? Show some love. So, like, Hrgovic, Joyce is on next. I don't know what happened to the floater fight. Hrgovic throws a lot of right hands early on, so Joyce is in trouble. That could happen. Joyce has a chance, has no choice but to retire. If he gets another big fight that something ain't right, I mean, he's not a guy who spends a lot of money. He's got quite a simple taste. He doesn't go around with Versace clothes. He doesn't he shouldn't be risking his health. He should be playing his games. Unfortunately, TKV will tire. He's not a bad boxer, just a slob. Yeah, I agree. I'm on the gin and a few Stellas. Yeah, they changed Stella. Stella became known as wife beater, right? And, I used to wake up with terrible headaches and having done crazy stuff when I was on the Stellas. That was my go-to drink. And I said, no more. But they dropped it from 5.2% to 4.7%, I think. But, here comes the ref to come and annoy people. Go away, ref. Leave them alone. Who's the ref? I don't know, but he's one of those annoying people. Often you get these refs that are ex-boxers that never made it. And now they're refs. They're a bit chippy, right? And so they like to tell people, the boxers, what to do and stuff. Order them around. He wouldn't be able. This middle-aged man would not be able to talk to these two huge bucks like this in the street, would he? So he's just loving the power. Down goes Shakeva. I missed that. Oh, is he going to get up? He's up. Is he going to stop it? Let him carry on. I want to see it again proper. No, he's going to stop it. He's going to let it go on. He's going to get fucking hurt. He's missing. Down goes Shakeva again, but nothing really landed. But he's finished. He's done. He's cooked. I got the round wrong. It's round 6. I said round 9. All over. Blood. All over. I want to see that shot. I missed it. I was looking at the screen, man. But I said in my preview, I can't see anything else but an Adeleye knockout for this. I can't see anything else. But the odds weren't that super. So I didn't put any money on. David strongly says Hrgovic is going to stop Joyce before 6. Crap fight so far. Yeah, he couldn't cope with it, but he landed the big shot. I want to see what shot it was. Kelvin 8 says Adeleye is the next Chisora. Nah, he punches harder than Chisora. A lot harder than Chisora. Let's see this shot. Okay, let's see. What is it? Well, that's the finish they're showing. Yeah, I mean, nothing really landed. He was just gone, and he was just clipping him. Oh, what? Oh, hang on a minute. He landed a huge left hook. Bang on Shikava's chin. Was the ref asking him to break? Was the ref asking him to break? The ref did nothing wrong. I didn't hear. Was the ref trying to break? Shikava turns his head, right? To look away like he's looking at something. Then blap. He gets hit with a left hook. Bang on the chin. 5.5. Was it as much as 5.5, bro? I thought it was 5.2. But they would send people mad. I want to see that. You got to defend yourself at all times. You got to defend yourself at all times, man. No, he didn't look that impressive. But that was... He's got power, Adeleye. That's for sure. Is that Tommy Fury lookalike in Adelaye's corner? Yeah, defend yourself at all times. You can't look away. Why are you looking away? Right? In the middle of a fight. With your hands down. Blap. What do people think? Larry Jablinski, Betfair Exchange offer best odds on basically every market. Yes and no. It's limited sometimes. And also you've got to pay 5% on your winnings. So you've got to factor that in. I don't really use Betfair Exchange that much. I've got, apart from the bookies that banned me, I've got accounts with every single bookie. Because then you can ensure you got the best odds. You go to Odds Checker and you see what's got the best odds. Odds Checker don't include Betfair Exchange, I don't think. The Big D. Maloney. They have to mop the ring after the slob is all over their canvas. I mean, you know, the finish wasn't bad. Some controversy about that left hook. Let's see what they say. Adelaide's trying to say that Woodley stopped him unfairly. He got battered, Adeleye. The ref was getting involved. That's right, Jerry Cooney. That's exactly what I said. I said the ref loves getting involved here. He loves getting involved. You know, he wants to he wants to be the main man in the action. So it seemed to me like Adeleye was trying to complain to the ref and then he got clocked. Well, defend yourself at all times, bro. This is heavyweight boxing. And you got chinned. There's Shikava with his roadman. He's blaming some cream. Adelaye's blaming some cream. Apparently they're rubbing cream on isn't that what happened with Ali and Liston won? Right? Or Cassius Clay, as he was known, won. he's saying that they rubbed some cream on Adeleye and it got in his eyes. Well, it's possible, to be honest. Oh, Chilpy, he on about something like his body, on his body like an older. Michael Maloney's right. Again, Michael Maloney's right. Adeleye for a cap. Love us. Yeah, don't make me sick. Corey Cream. Oh, come on, bro. Jablinski, an option where you pay 2% instead of 5% commission. All markets with volume will usually have better odds. On Betfair Exchange, yeah. I tell you, I just look at Odds Checker and find the traditional bookies and just go to whichever one has got the best odds on my pick. And now I bet they'll all be pals now after the beef. They split up over cream. Ended up. I don't want to talk about this. Anybody want a super check? It's been like 2 hours and I've only got one. Someone show some love. Is everyone wearing a small hat tonight? Am I dead yet? In the house with the usual opening. Hello, brother. Hate your being everyone. Hello, bro. How are you, bro? Yeah, they're all big pals now. Adeleye and Shikeva. I don't know what to think of that. Adelaye's got power. We always know he's got power. He's a huge muscular buck. You know. Shikeva hasn't got any power and he's fat. I predicted Adelaide's stoppage. I thought it would come later. But he clipped him when he was looking away and his chin was up. He was complaining to the how can you complain to the ref when he hasn't called, even when he calls break, keep your chin down and your hands up and move out of the way. Otherwise you get chinned. My man, thank you very much, Martin Knowledge. £2 contribution to a better camera. Oh, really? Is it not working? Can you not see it properly? Because is it not working? Because like I can see myself clearly. My broadband's not the best. It's not the best. It's happened often though when they make me look blurry. I don't blame me, blame YouTube. But thank you. This is streaming. I'm streaming off an iPad, so, and I've never had problems off the iPad. So if it's blurry, I'm sorry, bro. John Smith said the stream bitrate is really messed up or something. Man, they're always trying to make me look bad. You know, they're always trying to make the streams bad. You know, genuinely, really vague here. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. Well, there should be nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with my broadband. I've got no other devices. I've got 2 devices on. There should be no problem. I like this camera. Old school channel vibes. Yeah, thanks, bro. But it's annoying. It shouldn't be blurry. It shouldn't be bitty. I can see myself very clearly on screen and everything's fine. I can see the fight on screen. I could put my mobile where I'm watching the fight. I could put that. Look at that. Who's that Charlie Bum guy? The ref was shouting break on replay. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some controversy, but you got to defend yourself at all times. That's the first rule of boxing. Your voice is good. That's the only thing that matters. I'm glad you can hear the voice clearly. I mean, I could put my phone where I'm watching the video on 5G, and see if it makes it any better. Let's try that. Let's try that. How has this mug got this gig? Right, I've put it on 5G. Let's see if it improves. So I'm now watching on 5G on the phone. So if this doesn't improve the quality, I'm definitely being attacked. It might get overturned. Says Michael, things rarely do in boxing. Charlie Edwards got overturned, didn't he, when he got knocked out by, was it Casimero? Rookie mistake, looking to the ref and not looking at the opponent. Absolutely. Who you got for tonight, Chubby? It's so hard. If you put a gun to my head, I would say Hrgovic, but the value betting is Joyce on points. Martin says, I saw Lonsdale bet on self eBay once, 18K in collection only from South London. 18K. So I mean, they were apparently they cost like $5,000 just to produce. I wonder who it belonged to, man. I wonder who it belonged to. But yeah, it used to be, they changed the rules. It used to be if you won 3 British fights, or was it 4 British fights, something like that, you get a Lonsdale bet to keep, and then they've changed the rules. Like it's got to be a number of defenses, it's got to be the same weight, because they cost $5,000 to produce. At least back in the day, they probably cost more now. Who's the female presenter get on Peter's Ranch? I don't think Hugh Furyk can take out business. What is that Beta Mel Parsons on DAZN? Why is a guy who knows nothing about boxing, right? Absolutely nothing about boxing, has never boxed, has no personality and no charisma. Why is he commentating on DAZN? He has to have links. Maloney would smash her. Well, of course you would. Of course you would. Would you? I bet you wouldn't even need a packet. Okay. Here we've got, okay, the big fight's coming up. I hope it's not disappointing. I just hope it's not disappointing. By the way, can someone tell me, am I looking clearer now or less, or the same? Because I've turned off my phone. My phone is now on 5G, not on broadband. Am I dead yet? Says, I got a feeling Hrgovic with a late knockout, but it's a hard one to tell. It's a very hard one to tell. There's just too many factors here. A bit clearer. Oh, thank you, Martin. Thanks for that, bro. Thank you for the £2 super check as well, bro. Clear now, Chubby. Thanks. But it shouldn't be a problem. None of my other devices, I've got as allegedly a good broadband. None of my other devices are on. You know, it should be clear. No, still sounds like Joyce interviews. Stop. Sorry, bro. Yeah, your broadband must be struggling down in the basement. Well, it shouldn't be, because it's always been fine before. But they are attacking me. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just another way to attack the channels. Make the stream look bad, so people switch off and leave. You know, it's like, you remember like the other live I did. I was waving a plastic gun around, and I even shot it, and a piece of rubber came out, and I was switched off. And then I got a warning because of a 19-second video, a short, of a Mortal Kombat style fight between Gay J and AKA Skins, and apparently I was bullied. They're just trying to shut down the channel, man. When I say they, the elitists. Do a speed test on a laptop in the basement. Well, I will, but it's never been a problem before. Triple B keeps her in the basement. Who's her, bro? Clearer, I think, says Richard. Okay. I mean, I'm annoyed at that. If it looks shit, people will turn off. But I mean, you should be looking at the action anyway. You should be looking at DAZN, looking at the action. Maybe the tinfoil in your hats is affecting the thing. I walk around now with tinfoil underneath here all the time to keep the evil from attacking the Triple B's brain. Parsons is an arse licker. Yeah, he enjoys it too, probably. He is a rim licker. Huh? I'm disappointed about it. I'm very sorry about the quality of the stream, man, because that just makes people not want to watch again. And that's because they're attacking the Triple B. They don't like the truth. They can't handle the truth. AJ reported you himself. Have you seen his own Lucozade now? Oh man, oh, yeah, he's had that for ages though, right? But yeah, I bet he did. It was basically a video, 19 seconds of AKA Skins beating up Gay J. Okay, and you know, it's obviously a bit of AI. I tagged it as AI, and I said, I think the title was something like Anthony Joshua. No, AKA Skins beats up Anthony Joshua for cheating on him with Ben Heine, and apparently I'm bullying. How can you be bullying a guy when it's clearly AI? A guy who's in the public eye. Oh, my man's DM. Thank you, brother. Good to see you, champ. Oh, what's that? 10,000. What is that? Is that Korean? One? Is that Korean or is that Chinese? Tell me, bro. Thank you very much. Cyborg says the stream is working okay for me. Yeah, well, I've switched my DAZN onto 5G now, and it's very clear on my 5G. Thank you, DM. Just tell me what currency that is, because I don't know, man. Well, 10 grand, yeah, but it depends what currency it is, bro. If that was 10 grand in pounds, then I'm jumping up and down, bro. Except that YT would take 30%. David said it's good. Thank you, bro. David goes, no, I was only broken. I was only joking. I wanted to make a sleepy shoulder. I ain't no worries, bro. I don't mind. Yeah, it's me, Donny. I thought it was, sorry, Japanese. Yeah, no, it's Korean. Yeah, it's me, Donny, bro. Much love from Korea. Much love, bro. It's great to see you here. I'll ask you the same question I asked Cyborg. What time is it, bro? This thing, it's 10 o'clock. Korea's what, 9-hour difference. What, it's like 7 a.m.? Is that correct? Thank you very much, bro. Much appreciated. We're going to come over. We're going to come over to Korea, and we're going to do some shows from Korea. But there's a few things I've got to take care of. Is Donny the Korean boxer? Donny, are you the Korean boxer? Donny been on the channel for show. Yeah, that's right. He's half Korean. South Korean ones. That's right. Oh, look, they've got the very skinny Fabio Woodley in the ring. I mean, he looks tiny. Well, I mean, he's not compared to normal man, but compared to how muscular he usually is, his shoulders look slim. So, they got Jarrell Miller here, the big baby, the big PED cheat. It's 7:15 in Melbourne, Australia. Oh yeah, no, cheers, bro. I meant in Korea. What time was it in Korea? I was asking Donny what time it was in Korea. They're playing Chinese music for Woody. Well, now they're playing Rocky Blood. This is a nice face down. Jarrell Miller looks in better shape than he usually does, actually. And Woodley looks thin. I hope Woodley hasn't got the virus. He's a bit fruity himself. Maybe he's got the virus, man. It's 6:15 a.m. in South Korea. Cool, bro. I wish I was in South Korea, man. It looks like fun. It looks different. People are respectful, you know. What's that idiot called? Johnny Somali. What's going to happen to Johnny Somali? Has anyone heard of Johnny Somali? Apparently he's getting nicked for disrespecting women, Korean people. If Joyce don't put his hands up, I can see an early stoppage. Joyce always ships a lot of punches, man. When the ring walk's starting, it's 10:16 now. I imagine 10:30. I reckon 10:30 will be the ring walks. Why Rocky music? Well, it's a cliche, isn't it, bro? It's better than Sweet Corey line, isn't it? I like Carl Frampton. This Adeleye guy's a plum, though. He doesn't know anything about boxing. I remember when he was a he was in. You remember when he was in Manchester, and it was he thought the Conor Bum fight, vs Chris Eubank, was in Manchester. He goes, "Give it up, Manchester! Let's hear it, Manchester!" Everyone's like quiet, and he actually thought the first Ben Eubank fight was in Manchester when it was actually in Birmingham. What a bum. You notice that too. Yeah. What I find frightening about Wardley is his tiny ears. They're tiny, aren't they? Yeah, I've noticed that before. Because he shaves his head, they look even smaller. Joyce has deluded his interviews. He gets so defensive when he's criticised. He's going to cry like the media and absolute nonsense. Do you think so? I don't think he moans that much. Michael. Where's Tony Maloney? I want Michael and Tony on the show. Black Days old guy, and belongs on Blue Peter. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's rubbish anyway, but he definitely don't belong in boxing, nor does that Charlie Parsons bum. Yeah, that pathetic. He looks like he's got that syndrome. You know the syndrome? The window licking syndrome. That's what he looks like. Because people tell me, is the stream coming through okay? I'll tell you what, Filip Hrgovic, if you look at the way he looks like Geiger Chad. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's Geiger Chad. He's even got the cleft in the chin. The square jaw, the cleft in the chin. Look at him. That's Geiger Chad. If you had to find a human who looked most like Geiger Chad, it would be Filip Hrgovic. But can he act like the Geiger Chad? This is what we're going to see. Bobsy, what up, Bobsy? Good to see you here, brother. What's going on, bro? Dazon gets up my nose. Was hoping Frank would bring in Bunsey and Woodall with him. I don't know about Bunsey. He knows his boxing, but not as well as he knows his biros. Joyce says he's getting back top division at 40, and also a little man called Usyk, but he actually thinks he can beat Usyk. Come on, man. Cyborg. I like Frampton. He speaks his mind, especially regarding the McGuigans. Yeah, he got ripped off, didn't he? So here we go. Age 39 for the Jugger Bum. 32 for Geiger Chad. 275 pounds. I think that's decent weight for Joyce. 250 for Hrgovic. Both 6'6". Hrgovic has a longer arms, 82 inches versus 80-inch reach. 10 rounds. Now, I always want to see a knockout, especially in the heavyweights. But if Joyce wins on points, I win £120. So Martin says you could park a bike in that Sinclair. Yeah, but come on, man. Come on, man. You know that. Look at him. The Chad. The Geiger Chad, Filip Hrgovic. Look at him, man. That's what a Chad looks like. That's an alpha male. If it was back in the day, caveman days, he would be the king of the cave, of all the caves, and he would get all the best females. He would just take them by force. Frampton lushed the whole Usyk and Dubon low blow scam. Frampton's not perfect. I think he's been reined in a bit. It's like, come on, Carl, you've got to follow the agenda. You've got to push, you know. You got to push our fighters. You got to big up the promoters' fighters. El Animal, the Geiger Chad. He should be El Geiger Chad. Bobsy, what up, man? The effing Ade and Adam Smith and Barker do my head in. Yeah, you're not the only one, bruv. They're terrible. They're terrible. Yeah, Joyce doesn't moan, but you can see he's paranoid about what people are thinking about him, his mental health facts. Yeah, he's never been the sharpest talker, has he? But he's never been the sharpest talker. But he seems to slow the step. You know, Croatia, it's from Croatia. They produce loads of good athletes, don't they? They're only a small nation, like 3.5 million. You know, they got Hrgovic. You remember Zeljko Mavrovic? He had an illness. Some people said he had the virus. He went distance with Lennox. And there's Mirko Krokop in MMA. And there's loads of basketball players that are really good. And the football team's decent. Who's the ugly guy who plays football with the blonde hair? He's good. But Here comes the jugger bum. Owen's going for the jugger bum. Maloney says, Hrgovic looking confident. He does. He does. Joyce is stiff and stands up too upright. He's so hittable with no head movement. Yeah, I mean, that's always been his problem. And that's what you remember when he came out. He's like, he was quoting Mike Tyson. You know, Mike Tyson quote. Everybody got a plan until they get hit in the face. And then Joyce tried to put a Joe Joyce edge to it and says, "Oh yeah, you know what? Everybody got a plan until they hit me in the face and nothing happens." And what happened? Janged him. What does an Asian phone book and a fat Chinese boxer have in common? They both have a lot of chin. Yeah, I find that fairly amusing. Maloney's going for Joyce. What's he wearing on his head? What's the jugger bum wearing on his head? Oh, is that character when he was wearing that big head? What's he called? The Juggernaut. He's a character, right? He looks ridiculous. He looks... he looks ridiculous. He looks like he's wearing an ill-fitting sparring helmet. A head guard or sparring helmet. Why do I call it a sparring helmet? He looks like he's wearing an ill-fitting head guard. The quality's gone funny again. Well, that's because they hate me. Sorry, bro. He didn't understand a simple question and he just froze and went embarrassed. Oh, Joyce, yeah. I mean, he needs to retire. What's Joe wearing on his head? Like I said, he's wearing a head guard. But I think it's a reference to some character called the Juggernaut. You remember he wore that huge thing on his head and he came into, what was that song? You don't want a war. You don't want a war with big Juggernaut, big Juggernaut. You don't want a war with big Juggerbum, big Juggerbum. John Fury has more lies than Chinese. Yeah. You know, Korea, right? DM, my boy Donnie, you can tell me. Korea, apparently something like 60% of people have the surname Park. There's only 3 surnames, and that something like 60% of the people have it. It's Park. What was the other one? Park, something else, Chin or something. But yeah, you can imagine how difficult that is, man. El Animal, says Special Jojo. The Juggernaut, the Juggerbum. At least Joyce got rid of the midget in his corner. Which midget? Oh, you mean Ismail Salas? Yeah, he was pathetic. He looks up for it. He looks up for it. They both look up for it, which is a good sign. Oh, I did it. Kim. Yep, it was Kim. You mean Kim, don't you? Yeah. Park, Kim, and I think Chung. It's something like that. 60% of Koreans, and they look quite similar, right? And not being racist. You know, Park, Kim, and I think it's Chung. David's definitely on the Juggerbum haterism. He's deterring for our eyes. Yeah, nobody's saying nothing. I mean, they are, but it won't make any difference. It won't make any difference. He's been used as a punchbag for fighters to get a win. Are people forgetting that he just lost to Cesaro and scraped past Ali? Yeah, I mean, they're not. But El Animal, Hrgovic, Geiger Chad, Kim, yep, you're right, DM, you're right. Kim Lee and Park, it's whack. It's true, bro. It's true, yeah. Kim Lee and Park, 60% of Koreans have that surname. It's got. I mean, that's got to create confusion, right? Hrgovic attitude sucks. He's never been that into it. I'm quite buzzing for this, though. I got to say, I'm buzzing for this. You know. He looks slightly uncomfortable, Joyce. He's expending a lot of energy. Here is the hard-headed Joe, the Juggerbum Joyce. Well, he does look in great shape. He does look in great shape, but when your chin's gone, I'm buzzing for this fight. When you get 2 good heavyweights who bang, and hopefully it will be a good fight. not a maul clinching kind of fight. Oh, and fight start. No, bro. Last minute instructions. I will count down. This is what boxing's about. This is what it's all about, isn't it, Matthew? This is why we love the sport. Two punchers, persistent, powerful, aggressive. Who do you think's going to win, Matthew? Okay, round one. Ding. Well, they're standing close. I mean, Hrgovic is the better boxer, but that doesn't mean he's going to win. And you got to remember, Joyce basically won a gold medal at the Olympics. Right hand by Hrgovic. Joyce is trying to move, but he still doesn't know how to move his head. How difficult is it just to go like that? It's just not that difficult. Hrgovic has a little bit of flab. Hrgovic has a little bit of flab on his waist. That's always concerning. He weighed 5 pounds more than he usually does. He's going with the right hand. Oh, that was a bit wild. Big miss by the Geiger Chad. Oh, he's going for the knockout, Hrgovic, with the right hand. This is what we like to see, isn't it, Matthew? David goes, Hrgovic is knocking Joyce out Spark 4-7, but then he also said Hrgovic is getting knocked Spark out. Which one do you mean? Hrgovic looks unfit. He has slightly flabby hips, which is a bit worrying. He's throwing a lot of punches. It's like he wants to get Joyce out early. Oh. Boom. He's banging Joyce's huge head. It's only the first round, and it is only a 10-rounder, but Hrgovic is gassed in the Zhang fight, in the Dubum fight. Oh, Joyce's face is already bruising. Left hook by Hrgovic. Oh, another right hand. I don't want to sound like Darren Barker, but he looks hurt, Joyce. I mean, not hurt badly. He just can't get out of the way of the right hand. The jugger bum is getting lit up, but he's still dangerous. He can punch. I'm glad they're having a war. My bet's not looking good. My bet's not looking good. Michael Maloney, is Joyce hurt? He definitely felt it. I don't like the way he's moving backwards, you know? And that right hand, you just can't seem to miss. The juggerbum, his face is getting reddened up. Definitely Hrgovic's round. He can keep on losing and get big fights 40 years old. That's boxing, bro, especially heavyweight boxing. David Hrgovic, stoppage before 7. Josh, I feel a bit degenerate watching this. There's something ugly about it, isn't there? It's like when like watching a guy who's completely shot, getting battered in the head and getting CTE. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes you get those fights. Like Randall Tex Cobb vs Larry Holmes. I don't know if you've watched that, but it's ugly. The question is, does Hrgovic gas? Can Joyce take the punches for a few rounds, and can Hrgovic gas? But he's marked up. Geiger Chad has marked up Joyce a little bit, not hugely, but he's been aggressive, Hrgovic. He's got faster hands and better boxing. But I thought people that went for Hrgovic by stoppage. It's looking good thus far, but it's early. It's round 2, for goodness sake. That overhand right from Joyce, from Hrgovic is landing an awful lot. It almost seems to me like it's harder to miss Joe Joyce's head than it is to hit it. His defense is that bad. How can he's a good athlete as well. He does nunchucks. He does capoeira, but he can't move his head. Boom. Oh. His chin thus far has taken it. But, you know, you can't get worked over. Your head can't repeatedly get battered and make no effect. Oh, he just can't miss with the right hand, Hrgovic. Is Hrgovic's face looking a little red? Joyce's reflexes are awful. He just doesn't seem to have any reflexes. The thing is, there's a chance that Hrgovic will gas. Because one thing Joyce has got is fitness and work rate. At least that pulled him through a lot of fights before. Joyce is now getting aggressive. Hrgovic's left eye looks a little reddened. Oh. Joyce is landing more now. Hrgovic is looking a little bit more sloppy. This is a bit worried if you're an Hrgovic fan. This is a brain damage fight. This is a CTE fight. That chopping right hand from Hrgovic is effective, but Joyce has ridden it a bit, which is amazing. Oh, look at him. He's got no reflexes, Joyce. Oh, Hrgovic's right hand just can't miss Joyce's huge heat. That's a difficult round to score. I thought Joyce won early, and then Hrgovic came on late. He's taking too many jabs. He's taking too many jabs, Filip. Yeah, the worry is he'll gas. Owen Foster. Joyce likes getting hit. That's probably why he never really focused on defense. Yeah, I mean, even when he got knocked out cold by Zhang, he said, yeah, I really enjoyed that fight. Hrgovic had a plan until he punched Joyce in the face and realized nothing happened. Great fight, says Michael. I agree, I'm enjoying it. Joyce will win. He must retire after, though. He's shot. Yeah, I mean, look, his mother. Have you seen his brother? Joe Joyce's full-blood brother. He's called Toran. He's an R&B singer. He's exceptionally fruity, and he weighs about 10 stone. I cannot believe that Joe Joyce's brother would be so slight and fruity. His name's Toran. Jerry Cooney. Hrgovic has about 2 more rounds left. Yeah, and that's my worry. It's a very interesting fight. He's really going for it, Hrgovic. Like, he's got to watch out because he's got another. Well, he's got almost 8 rounds to go. Frampton said he thought Joyce won the second round. He's not as accurate, Hrgovic, now, which makes me think he's a bit knackered. In fact, Michael just said he looks knackered already. Yeah. Joyce is pushing him back. Joyce is starting to push Hrgovic back, and he's starting to land. Hrgovic, as Michael Maloney says, Michael can read a fight. He's cut. He's cut. Hrgovic is cut under the left eye by the look of things. It's an absolute CTE fight. It's a bit sickening. I mean, Joyce's chin is holding up. He's taking some flush shots. I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking, does Hrgovic get stopped in round 8? Because he runs out of gas and in the cut. And I've never been convinced by Hrgovic as a pro. And, this is like a street fight, bruv. This is like a street fight between two of the toughest bouncers in town. This is what this fight is about. Who's the toughest bouncer in town? And we'll just sit there and slug. Joyce is starting to land. That eye is going to be a problem. Hrgovic uses boxing skills. Take that half step back and pop his jab. The huge right hand by Hrgovic, but it's not, doesn't seem to be hurting the jugger bum. Another big right hand. Blood clot. This is... Man. Hrgovic always looks like he's about to fall asleep. Yeah. Joyce looking too big, too strong. This is heating up. What do we got on the scorecards, guys? Come on, Joyce. Great scrap. Yeah, Michael, it is a good scrap. Like I said, the only reason that I'm a bit biased and want it to go to the distance is so I win my bets. Hrgovic lacks power. Yeah, people always talk about him. I mean, even Adam Smith earlier goes, he's a huge puncher. And I was like, no, he's not. He's a half-decent puncher, but he's not a huge puncher. The cut's reopened. Now that's going to be a real problem. Because that's why the Dubum fight got stopped. Okay, let's look at the replay. I mean, Joyce just takes these flush shots. It is a rock'em sock'em style fight. This is just a street brawl with gloves. I mean, these kind of fights make me realize that boxing is a very dangerous sport. I think what we're going to start seeing is Hrgovic will win the first minute of the round, and then Joyce the one thing Joyce has is great stamina and great work rate and a decent chin. His chin has been cracked, but not thus far. Joyce just eating the punches. What are we, round 4? 2 minutes into round 4. Neither of these guys are a threat, really, to the world title. I mean, if you'd never watched boxing before, you'd be like, these guys are just sluggers. And not that, what's the word? Not that skillful. Joyce keeps on eating the right hands, man. Owen Foster, thank you, brother. No problem. I'm here for the funds. Hrgovic's cut seems to be holding up. I hate to use cliches like Adam Smith, but this should be held in a phone booth. This should be held in a 6 foot by 6 foot ring because none of them are moving. They're just sitting there punching each other in the face. Oh, come on, blood. Oh, Joyce comes back. I mean, Hrgovic come out with huge shots. 50 seconds left. It's so hard to score because one guy will dominate for a minute and then the other guy will dominate. Sugar Shane says both show massive heart. Yeah, it's crazy heart and crazy chins. you know. But it's quite sickening to watch these guys just have such a lack of respect for their own brain. Hrgovic's power seems to be draining. He's stuck in the corner, Hrgovic, but back he comes. Boom. What's everyone got score-wise? I've got no idea. I haven't been scoring. Boxing guys, there was an event in East Europe called phone box boxing. Yeah, literally 2 guys in a phone box throwing punches. Yeah, I've seen that. It's crazy. Michael says, Hrgovic only won the first round. It's a very hard fight to score. I would have no problem with 2 rounds apiece, to be honest with you. Hrgovic exhausted. He is. Can we have how do people score it, and what are your predictions? This is after the 4th round. What do people have it, and what will happen? Can it go the distance? I wish I could look on my phone and see what the odds makers are having it. Can someone look and tell me how the in-live betting going? The non-animal. I don't want to take my eyes off the action. Another huge right, but he just lacks a bit of power, Hrgovic. Because if he had Zhang's power, Joyce would be on the floor. That's what I mean. He's winning this. He wins the first round, then he starts to gas. I mean, the first minute of the round. He's relentless, Joyce. He is relentless. Like Sugar Shane said, they both have a lot of heart. That's all very well, man. But they got to look after their welfare. Joyce is relentless, pushing Hrgovic in the corner. Boxing Classic said it's 3.0 Joyce. Really? So they got Hrgovic in front. That might be worth a bit of bet. Hrgovic 4-11, Joyce 2-1. That might be worth a bet on Joyce. In play that, I mean, that's pretty much the same. Okay, so Franklin's got it 38-38. I've got no problem with that. Sugar Shane, both quality fighters compared to that Huey farce in the Adeleye fight. I mean, what we've got is 2 guys with great heart and great chins who have got absolutely no problem with engaging, no fear. To the jugger, well, I used to call him the jugger Chad, but he became the jugger bum after Zhang got him. But whoever wins this has to be considered a Chad. You know, Hrgovic doesn't always punch through the target with the right hand. He kind of just... My bet's not looking too bad at the moment. Hrgovic sitting in the corner. It's a hard fight to score. Oh, I mean, Joyce just loves to be punched in the head with her right hand. He loves it. Oh, is he slightly hurt? Did Hrgovic hurt him a bit? Hrgovic wants to be up for clean work. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had no problems with 2 rounds apiece, but Maloney had Joyce winning 3-1. It's a hard fight to score. It is a very hard fight to score. Maloney has 3-1 Joyce, yeah. Richard has it 3-1, but who to, bro? The jugger privileged chitlord. Hello, bro. Great to see you, man. How are you? Jugger bum will grind Hrgovic down. It's a 10-rounder, so what? We've got 5 more rounds. Triple B, Joyce on points is a nice bet. Yeah, I got 9-1. I thought that's a value bet. You know? We've got 5 more rounds, though. Cuts, busted up faces. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. Don't smoke. I don't know why I do it. Who's Joyce's trainer? Who's that guy? Who's his trainer? You're supposed to be getting a sore right hand by now. That's Joyce's tactic. Yeah. Yeah, Randall Tex Cobb tried that with Larry Holmes, but it didn't work. And now it's a 15-rounder. So, okay. Out of interest, who's Joyce's promoter and who's Hrgovic's promoter? One is Hearn and one is Fish Eyes, right? Am I right? Hrgovic is with Fish Eyes and Joyce is with Hearn. Am I right or wrong? I can't remember. Oh, this is a horrible fight in terms of damage to each other's heads. Fish Eyes is with Joe Joyce. Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Hrgovic used to be with Eddie. He's Frank now. Okay. I wonder if that'll make any difference. I don't know. Because boxing's corrupt. Oh. How come Hrgovic's right hand isn't broken? I don't. Oh. Right, this is what happens later in the round. Joyce starts trapping Hrgovic in the corner. Hrgovic is rubbing his head in. But they've kept the cut under control, which is good news for Hrgovic. How did Joe Joyce win a gold medal? I mean, I know he technically didn't, but he should have done. I think he just put on too much weight, Joyce, as well. This is a very hard fight to score. I mean, Hrgovic is definitely landing the cleaner shots, but is he landing enough shots? Because that right hand just cannot miss the huge heat of the jugger bum. This is Hrgovic's round, surely. John Smith, who did you put money on? I put money on Joyce on points because the odds were very long, 9-1. I said in my preview, if I had to, I said if I had a gun to my head, I would go Hrgovic points, but the value was in Joe Joyce on points at 9-1. It was too big value, man. Hrgovic round, I agree, Michael. What have people got it after, 6 rounds? Michael has Joe Joyce 4 rounds, Hrgovic 2. Interesting. It's what you like, isn't it, Matthew? Says Adam Smith, no doubt. Who's that? Daniel Gibbon with his little brother. Fish Eyes with a self-satisfied fish-eyed grin on his face. The privileged chip lord says the jugger Chad takes way too much punishment. Hope he has a healthy retirement. He should be out. Could be 3-all, says Michael Maloney. I agree. Nevergoon says 58, 56, Hrgovic. Oh, I run out of battery for my me headphones, so I can't listen to Adam Smith's commentary. What a shame. So, yeah, I mean, I've got a feeling that Hrgovic is slightly ahead. Joyce is not really landing clean, Richard. You're right. Whereas Hrgovic is landing so many right hands clean in the 7th round. He's relentless, though, the jugger bum. He'll just carry on and carry on and carry on. You know, but he just gets punched in the head so easily. I don't state the obvious, but getting punched in the head doesn't win you rounds. Okay, Jerry Cooney says now the odds have changed. Joyce 4-5, Hrgovic 10-11. Wow. Another big right hand by Hrgovic. Left hook by Joyce on the button. Both of them got good chins, man. Oh. Another. They just exchange. This is just a brawl. There's no science here. There's no technique. There's just aggression. Bombs. Yeah, I like to see these guys in bare knuckle fighting. That would be good. If you're a sadist. Boxing Classics. Zhang was impressive to take out Joyce. Yeah, he was, to be honest. With all the shots that Joyce is taking now, this is like the old Joyce. And I can't believe Chisora put him over. But Hrgovic is not the biggest puncher, despite the fact that Adam Smith said he's a devastating puncher. Hrgovic's fitness seems to have held up. I thought he was knackered a few rounds ago, but he's still there. Oh. Sugar saying a draw might be on. I hate draws. They're just the most disappointing. There should be some kind of law where, in the event of a draw, you should give the edge to someone, because there's never a fight that's 100% even. Never a fight that's 100% even. Oh, my stream has dropped. Come on, man. My stream has dropped. They're doing their best to destroy the Triple B channel. End of the round. Oof. Shit. The streaming game is shite tonight. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. Hrgovic round. First clinch of the fight. Yeah. The odds have now changed. Juggerbum 6-4, Hrgovic 1-2. He looks knackered in the corner, Hrgovic. But yeah, he's edging it. My tab crashed just as he said that weird, yeah. Meth or crack streams, I got rid of DAZN. It's not surprising. I mean, my subscription ends. Look at that shot Hrgovic took. My subscription ends DAZN, but DAZN probably the only one that I will subscribe to, because they are showing most of the big fights. Nevergoon has 67, 66 Joyce. I mean, I think it's down to these last few rounds. He's trying to use his jab, Hrgovic. He's trying to box. It's a bit late in the fight to try and box, but yeah, go on, mate. Carl Frampton has Joyce by 1 round. My bet's not bad. I don't cash in, so I'm not even going to look at cashing in. Richard Murphy says, I can't see how they're scoring it to Joyce. I don't think it's an easy fight to score. I would have Hrgovic maybe 1 round ahead. It's not an easy fight to score, because they both have moments of aggression. Yeah, I mean, is Hrgovic fading? That was always the worry with Hrgovic. And he just never stops. I don't know what kind of PDs the jugger bums on, but, you know, they're good. Michael Maloney says, it's close to give it to Joyce regardless. We're in the UK. That's why I was thinking about who promotes who. I was wondering if that could make a difference, but I don't know. They will be slightly biased towards Joyce, you'd think, but I don't know, man. If anybody's got some heart, they're like, Joyce has to retire. Maybe I'll just make sure he loses on the cards, just so hopefully he retires. Oh, they just never stops, Joyce. I'll give him that. Boxing Classic says, do you bum Joyce too? Yeah. Dubon's got to get through Chisora, and that was probably given. But this is just brawling, violence, aggression. I might have to drain the lizard after this again, but this will be the last time. It's so hard these rounds to score. Michael Maloney says, they need fit refs. He looks pregnant. Yeah. Can we have everyone's scorecard, please? Can we have everyone's scorecard? I'm really interested to know. It's looking at this point like it's going the distance. Now, that's not a given. You've got 2 more rounds of action. I also had a hedge. I don't usually hedge because it's for pussy-holes, but I did hedge the fight to go the distance at 2.75. So, but if Joyce gets a point win, then I've got 120 pounds. And I need them 120 pounds. Because I'm Po. I'm Po. I'm all Po these days. Welcome back, guys. Hrgovic ended strong. Jerry Cooney. 5. Oh, it's evens now on the spoof. Wow. Evens on the betting now. The in-play betting. 2 rounds to go. Oh, Joyce seems to have got his chin back. He's taking so many flush shots. Oh. I mean, neither of these guys are going to go and party after this. They've got to rest. According to the stats, Hrgovic and Joyce, they threw 27. They're landing. Oh, I can't see. Hrgovic getting on top here. But it's, as I said, in the first minute of the round, Hrgovic tends to get on top. Then Joyce tends to pick it up as Hrgovic gasses. ST, what time are you on? Bro, 155, 154, round 9, 152. How can these guys ship this punishment? I just don't know. These guys should have been champs 5 years ago. Shame Fury held up the division. I don't know if they're good enough to be champs, either of these 2 guys, to be honest. Another flush shot. Joyce's chin seems to be back in the game, but there's a difference between hit by Hrgovic and Zhang, you know? They're just clubbing away at each other. There's no stopping this. One more round after this. Another minute left in the 9th round. and there's all to play for. Maybe it's on the last round. I do think I haven't scored the round by round, but I do intuitively think, oh no, look at Joyce. He's just eating right hand after right. I do think intuitively, Hrgovic has edged this. Oh, did he stagger Joyce? Did he stagger Joyce? Joyce, is he knackered, or is he off balance, or is he staggered? Big Hrgovic round, yeah. I think you've got to have Hrgovic ahead at this point. He's just missing Joyce as well. The quality shots have been landed by Hrgovic. You have to say that. One more round. 3.75 Joyce now could get a scorecard. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to have Hrgovic ahead. You have to have Hrgovic ahead. Jerry Cooney, thank you for the updates, Jerry Cooney. 1-4 Hrgovic, Joyce 11-4. I think that's reasonable. Like I said, if it goes the distance and Hrgovic wins, I don't lose any money. I covered it because I bet on it going the distance. I thought that was the best bet. But then I saw Joyce points 9-1. I thought that's definitely worth it at that. Joyce looks a bit downtrodden in the corner, like he knows it's all over. Yeah. Yeah, the right hands of Hrgovic, they're solid. Michael Maloney, as usual, correct. Joyce should retire. Well, he should have retired before this, but I mean, after this. So Frampton has Hrgovic up by 1 round. So according to him, if Joyce wins, it's a draw. Nevergoon has it the same. I don't want to draw. If it's a draw, I'm just cringing, man. Draws are no good in boxing. It sounds wrong, but just for financial reasons, I want Joyce to win on points. I want a robbery. Unfortunately. And then they'll probably have a rematch. I mean, you don't want a rematch of this fight. Both these guys, like, come on, man. You cannot take this kind of punishment repeatedly, especially Joyce. Joyce, I mean, he's going to be talking to lampposts and blowing bubbles and having conversations with himself in the mirror, drooling, licking the mirror, licking the window. I mean, this guy, bro, this guy should never have taken up boxing. He should have stuck to rugby and the shot put or whatever he did and gaming. The punishment he's taken is not worth the money he's got. The jugger bum rolls on. I'm sure after the fight, go, yeah, I really enjoyed that fight. Look, he almost fell over his own legs without being hit. I'm not enjoying this. I have to be honest with you. I'm not enjoying this. Whilst it's a good fight, you don't want to see a guy, oh, look at that. I mean, look at Joyce. They have to give it to Hrgovic. This is just, it's like witnessing. This is worse than the Rodney King beating. Well, not quite, but like, you know, it's just like a guy who can't defend himself getting beaten again and again and again in the head. 30 seconds left. And Joyce is still coming forward and still taking right hands flush. Again and again. You've got to score this to Hrgovic. You've got 20 seconds left. See if you can get some more brain damage, Joe. Honestly, I actually feel like I'm watching, you know, an execution. Louis and Cesaro is still fighting. So there's hope for the bums. Well, there we go. 10 rounds. So It went the distance, as I said. Hrgovic 6'4" easily, says Jerry Cooney. I agree with you. Let's see if the judges are honest. Warren shouldn't be putting on this fight. Warren doesn't care, man. That fish eyes. He was sitting there grinning at ringside. You know, when they showed the ringside, he was sitting there grinning, enjoying it, enjoying watching these two guys, because he knows his Joyce is dancing around like he's won it, but he knows that he's getting money out of this, and it's been an entertaining fight, but he doesn't care about the other guys getting smashed in. Unbelievable, ain't it? Yeah, I've got a slightly sick feeling in my stomach. I don't like to see, you know, two men, and they're both good guys, you know, especially, you know, Joyce is a decent guy. I don't like to see his head get rocked like that. How many flush shots? Those right hands right on the chin. You know. This is the kind of fight that doesn't shorten a man's career, it shortens a man's existence. Yeah, Joe Joyce thinks he's won, or does he? He's put his hands up. Maybe I'll do a Howard Cosell and say, right, that's it with boxing. I'm not watching boxing anymore. That's it. It's too, like, again, in the Randall Tex Cobb, Larry Holmes fight, you know, he said, he kept on saying from the 5th round, they got to stop the fight. And it went another 10 rounds. For me, I'm like, this is, like Nevergoon says, it's a sad fight. It is. There's something a bit gross about seeing these brave men get battered. Yeah, I mean, you know. Well, they put it. They put the jug of bums, head guard back on. Like, it's a bit late for that, bro. We should have worn that in the fight. Just got silly happen. Okay, now I can't hear, so I don't know what my earpiece rang out of battery, so I can't hear the scores. Look at that ridiculous hat. Come on, bro. I mean, at least you get some comedy with Big Joe Joyce. He looks ridiculous in that. Okay, I'll see if I can tell by the faces. The jugger bum. I mean, come on, man. You look ridiculous. Don't do that to yourself, man. Don't embarrass yourself. It's got to be Hrgovic. Yeah, Hrgovic gets the decision. Hrgovic wins deservedly. At least we got an honest decision. Yeah, I lost my bet, but I was right about it going distance. And I said if I had to bet my life on it, I would have bet on Hrgovic on points. So I predicted the fight right. I also put a bet on. That's got to be it for Joyce, surely, man. Take your stupid hat on, go to the hospital, yeah, you know, rest, have a lot of fluid, yeah. I mean, and retire. Yeah, man, he's got to retire now. I feel bad for Joyce, but look at him taking those. Yeah, looking at him taking those flush rights or not. Yeah, I mean, it was not an easy spectacle on the eye. It was a good fight in terms of there's good action. There was no clinching. Yeah, Michael Wright as usual. Michael knows his stuff. Hrgovic is nothing special. No, he's just got a great chin. He's a Geiger Chad, but he's a bit sloppy. He's not as big a puncher as he's, you know, sold to be. Oh, Bon Scott, yeah, Scottish. Hey, well, I tried to catch some fog once, but I missed. Hey, that's good, eh? Retire, Joyce. Please retire. Owen says, retire and now be a guider for upcoming boxers for the future. No. What's Joyce going to teach people? Yeah, just take as many punches as you can and keep coming forward. No, man. Joyce has got nothing to teach anyone, man, about boxing. He's only got so far because of his work rate and because he has a tremendous chin. And that's not enough in boxing. KG, sorry. Bon Scott, poor Joe should retire alongside Chisora. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's not forget Hrgovic didn't have a proper camp for this fight. Good point. Yeah, it was meant to be Dillian White, wasn't it? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Inversion says, how did Hrgovic stay undefeated so long? He robbed Zhang as well. It was close, but, you know, yeah, Michael, exactly. I agree with that. No fighter should take advice from Joyce. Yeah, what's he going to tell you? Oh, just come forward. Don't move your head. You'll be punched in the face again and again and again. And just hope you land more punches, innit? No. Joyce needs to retire. Yeah. He needs to hydrate himself after this fight. He needs to go back to gaming and think, well, I've earned enough to buy a house and maybe buy my mum a house. And that's it. He's almost 40-year-old. He can always say, I won the interim title, which no one cares about. He can say, I won a silver medal. I won the ABAs. But it's time to say no. As for the future for Hrgovic, I don't see a big future for Filip Hrgovic either. You know? Usyk, obviously, would outbox him. It'd be interesting him against Gay J. It'd be interesting him against Gay J. He's got a great chin, Giga Chad, El Giga Chad. But, you know, you can't. He's had tough fights as well. What's Adeleye? Okay, can someone tell me? I can't hear what's going on, but can someone tell me what Big Joe Joyce, the jugger bum, is saying? Hrgovic calling out Dubum for rematch. That's fair enough. David, he will lose a game. Well, you know, what's he saying? Can someone tell me what Joyce is saying? Isn't Gay J fighting Jake Paul? That will never happen. That's just a PR nonsense. That's just ridiculous. You know, Gay J had his frailties, but he would destroy Jake Paul in a round, a minute. Who would like to see Hrgovic Dubum rematch? Yeah, and they should make sure that Dubum doesn't use his head as much. But I'm not big on Hrgovic either, you know. Hrgovic is like, look, why he's smiling, Joyce. He's all happy. I mean, how can you be happy after being beaten up like that? Joyce seems addled, yeah. Oh, look, here comes Fish Eyes. He's real proud of himself. He's real proud of himself. John Smith. If you don't know, this is the Nazim Hamed quote about Christmas. Which camera can I look into to tell Joe Joyce to retire? Yeah. Yeah. What will Joyce play? Undisputed. I don't know, man. I'm not a gamer. I don't know. Fortnite, or whatever. And Virgin says, I was rooting for Hrgovic when he fought Dubum. I thought he'd win. He got headbutted a lot. What's Fish Eyes saying? Yeah. Oh, look, he's so happy with himself, Fish Eyes. You know? Look at him. Look at those fishy eyes. Joyce has got a degree in fine arts. Yeah, but from a rubbish university. We've seen his art. It's absolute dog shite, man. His so-called art is rubbish, man. I mean, I like the way that he's different. You know, he does his art. And his dad is furniture restorer or something. Fish Eyes is owned by DAZN now. Yeah, that's true, man. I was surprised that DAZN didn't go broke. They put so much money in it, but they were still going. Paging Terry Marsh. Where's RO? You said he was going to try and get in contact with Terry and ask him to come on the channel. That would be awesome. Michael Wallace is Middlesex University. Yeah, it's a second-rate university. With all respect, if you've seen Joe Joyce's art, it's rubbish. unfortunately. Born in Scotland. Didn't Warren call Day Zone Dead Zone? Yeah, he did. But, you know, things change a lot in boxing when it comes to money. There's no integrity in boxing. There's no integrity when there's this much money. Anyway, right. So I want to say thank you to the following. Cyborg Boxing gave me 30.99 Aussie dollars. Martin gave me £2. Thank you, brother. DM Donnie gave me 10,001. I much appreciate it. Little Musgrave, did he say Joyce's dad is in the club that we are part of? Yes, he is. He is. I never did a video on it, but yeah, there's loads of pictures of him, you know, showing certain signals and checkerboards. So yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%. Am I dead yet? We're not with TNT Sports anymore. I don't even. No, TNT are not even doing boxing anymore. I think they got UFC. Although the UFC allegedly might be going to Netflix, but yeah, they gave up on boxing. That's why Carl Frampton has come over to DAZN. Salute, by the way. Thanks for keeping me informed all night. I'm going to get DAZN sorted out. Yeah, thanks, bro. Joyce needs to take Peter up on his offer at the Royal. I don't think Peter Fury wants Joe Joyce to mate with Savannah. All right, cheers, Chuppy. Yeah, that's right, man. Boxing on TNT is finished. Everyone's gone to DAZN. Sky Sports unbelievably won the best boxing channel or media outlet of the year. Sky Sports, that are awful and show terrible women's boxing. I can't believe it, man. I bet Joyce will refuse to retire. Well, he's probably so deluded he thinks he can still do something. What did he say after the fight, man? Joyce vs. Huey. Joyce might even win on work rate. Huey looked terrible yesterday. Right. It's 20 past 11. I want to get some food on. Good night to all. Yeah, night to everybody. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for coming on the show, everybody. You previously said Joe Joyce is the next base boxer after Huey folded. Did I really? Maybe I was being sarcastic, man. He said a few things that are quite based, but that doesn't mean he's truly based, you know? You're either truly based, you can't be partially based. Like Sonny Edwards says a few things that are based, but he's not based. Sonny Edwards is not based, so I guarantee Joyce will fight again. I just hope not. Louis, respect your be in the chat. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you for everybody for the super checks and everything. God bless you all. I see that was a slightly sad night for me. A slightly sad night to see a warrior like Joe Joyce, you know, be battered again. You know, it's got to end. It's got to end. It's got to end. Yeah, thanks, bro. Good night. I doubt Joe Joyce is based. Yeah, he doesn't push the agenda loudly, though. Yeah, he doesn't push the agenda loudly, but he's definitely not based. Later, bro. Good night, everybody. Sad way to go. At least he finished on his feet. Yeah. Anyway, good night, guys. Thank you. Peace in the Middle East. Have a good night. It's a slightly sad night for me, to be honest, because you got a warrior like Joe Joyce having his head smashed all night like that. It's not pretty, but good night. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Peace in the Middle East.